And it's the year of the Pope Slap. It's finally begun. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first live show of the year. I'm excited. And it's the I hope everyone else is too. It's finally begun. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on here. Oh, that's what's going on. All kinds of terrible. No, I mean in general, of course, but today, no, it just perfect timing, of course. Woke up on the first day of the new year and the new decade, and yeah, I'm sick. Like, not deathly ill, thankfully. It's not like any particularly fatal sort of cancer flu going on, even though I'm sure some people are hoping for such. But, what in the fuck is that? Why do I have... Okay, I saved something to my, quick links. Anyway, yep, got a little bit of that 2020 man flu already taking me over. But of course, I do love the fact that, getting up today to see, like, what big things have happened in 2020. And the Pope's beating ladies up. A good Catholic should. I just think it's funny because people are like, the violence? The Pope being violent? It's like, there's no precedent for that. No, none whatsoever. Well, it's a cute little story. Gonna be a little bit of a different show today. Figure there's gonna be more than enough retrospectives and the like for 2019. But I figured I'd bring it back. Sort of bringing it back to, bringing it a little bit back to, oh wait, that's wrong there, isn't it? Yeah, bringing it back to, the good old days, the way things were supposed to be, or not supposed to be, the way they started, something like, I don't know. Anyway, bringing it all back. Got some fun stuff for you. I hope all of your New Year's Eves and your parties and your whatever it was you did, I hope it was fantastic, and I hope you started the year with possibly a wonderful hangover, maybe to just remember what 2019 was really like. When you wake up with a headache and you got this foul taste, this taste of just pure awful in your mouth, and you're like, oh yeah, that was 2019 in a nutshell. So there we are. What's in store for us tonight over on Twitch? We've got the usual crowd piling in now. The Dirty Kid, Grendel the Heck Doggo, Dina's here, Citizen Flux, the Priss, and of course wouldn't be a Twitch show without Canuck, who's saying he doesn't drink any still woke over the hangover. That's the thing, is like you can find yourself just intoxicated. By the overall effect of such a fabulous year as 2019. Already just saying it out loud, 2019, it feels like we're talking about the ancient history. We're talking about the far, far past. And, cause fuck that year, honestly. Let's give a little bit of background music. Just a little bit, just so that it's not the sound of my voice being the only thing that's ringing through your head. Oh yeah, you're part of the regular crowd, Dirty Kid. You show up regularly, that makes you a regular. It's sort of like the neighborhood bar, except I'm not serving you drinks, I'm just serving you hot takes and today some fantastic Amazon products. I think you're really gonna love some of these. This is some top tier shit we got going here. Because if there's one thing we love, it's stupid products. You gotta love those things. So let's take a little look here. Oh, by the way, I can see that a lot of people seem really, they were let down by Doctor Who, so it's good to know. I kind of stopped watching that show, but I'm glad to know that it's being consistent in being terrible. Used to be great, not so much. Let's see. You got enough drinks? Dirty Kids got enough drinks, so does Chris. Everybody's ready. They are getting down with some of that hair of the dog, some of that cat's tongue, as it was. Good to know. Wow, that's gotta be kind of loud. There we go. That's a bit better, I imagine. So let's start it out. By the way, this music is brought to you by TechnoX, of course. This has been something that he's been a regular staple of our soundtrack here for quite a while. I'm glad to continue that tradition. Let's have a little looky-loo, though. Let's get rid of Mr. Popey Pope. So I was kicking around on Amazon, as you do, and I found this, and I was like, I'm almost tempted to buy it, but I'm not going to, because I got part of my New Year's resolution is to be smarter with money. But it's, did you guys know Coolio had a cookbook? That's right. Cooking with Coolio. 5-star meals at a 1-star price. If there's one thing I know Coolio for, it's, his skills in the kitchen. There's only been one thing. There's only one thing that Coolio has been doing longer than rapping: cooking. His recipes are built around solid comfort foods with a healthy twist that don't break the bank. Because if there's one thing Coolio's got to watch out for these days, it's breaking the bank. I mean, you can get him for your upcoming bar mitzvah. You can get him to play at your Rotary Club. If you're lucky, you can catch him rapping at Denny's. In the hopes of getting a grand slam out of the deal, rapping for his meals. But let's take a little looky-loo. Is there any kind of let's see, discover delightful children's? Oh, okay, that's just an ad. Let's see, Ghetto Gourmet. Start your Ghetto Gourmet adventure with sour rolls. Follow up with finger-licking rib stick and fall off the bone and into your mouth chicken. That's some serious rap right there. Oh, El Presidente. He's subscribed for 4 months, currently on a 1-month streak. Good to see you again, homie. I don't think I've seen you in a while. Or maybe I just haven't noticed. Maybe you've just been lurking. Yeah, it's good to have you back in any respect. Let's see what else we got. Chapters such as how to become a kitchen pimp, chilling and grilling, pasta like Rasta. Oh, dear God. All you need is a little bit of food and a little bit of know-how. Editorial reviews, the best known. Okay, let's see. There's 5 stars. Let's see. I saw this, found a cheap used copy and had to buy it for the Human Factor. Is it a good cookbook? Meh. The early part of the book is with appetizers, probably the best part, followed by the seafood section, the poultry, Absolutely not a book for younger kids to read. Swearing, drug references, sex references, jail references. Well, I know what my review's gonna be. That's a solid 5-star review. Now we're gonna have to get ourselves a proper graphic though. So let's have a little looky-loo over at Google Images here. You will know exactly what I'm finding. Here we go. Oh, that's there we go. That's a good one. Cause if there's one thing that we all know is in this book, it's some good old toilet wine. So 5 stars, best toilet wine on the best toilet wine on the face of the planet. He's a sommelier of toilet wine, and I love it. Of course, I can't get enough of it. Let's see, but where'd I put the fucking? Oh, god damn it! Where did I put that thing? Shit! Did I lose it? I did. Where did that go? Okay, my dumbass put it in the wrong location. Yep, zesto like a pesto. Oh, got that toilet wine. Best toilet wine recipe this side of Rikers Island. Absolutely goddamn right. Pimp cane time. Caning all the pimps. Hey, what's up, TJWK? Welcome back. I'm bringing the show back to Twitch because I learned about Restream. I'm a bit of a Johnny-come-lately in this Restream business. But, yeah, here it is. And pretty soon we're going to be coming to D Live. D Live, where you can see the D live. That's pretty good background music. What's up, Ben? All right. It wasn't until I learned that bread yeast and smashed apples can ferment in a toilet that I really knew how to live. Coolio, with his extensive track record of fermenting stolen fruit products in places normally reserved for pooping, has shown us yet again that he is a true, and I never get this word right, renaissance? Nope, that's wrong. Good. Thank God for spell check. Renaissance man. When it comes to the economies of prison. I'm not saying Coolio's been to prison. As, like most people, I have not been altogether aware of his existence since Dangerous Minds came out on VHS. Oh, what is this going on here? In addition to this, though, you'll be pleased to learn that in the back of the book, there are coupons for 30% off a Rotary Club or child's birthday appearance. Since being let go by his manager, Coolio has diversified his portfolio and his bonds. That's a weak one, but we're just getting warmed up here. It's alright. We're just, they can't all be winners, guys. They can't all be winners. 5 stars for the toilet wine and for the breadless grilled cheese recipe, which, as it turns out, is just a small portion of soup made from Kraft singles. Very good. Now we're off to the races. Not races, not racists. We're not off to the racists. We're off to the races. I am doomed. But for music news about somebody who's not doomed. This guy, did you get to this story? Speaking of toilet wines, human beer, dead right, dead wolf. Fuck yeah, toilet wine is just human beer. Oh, look at that! Over on YouTube, there's a race between likes and dislikes. Now, gotta say that the dislikes, they came out in an early lead, so place your bets now, because, the stakes have never been higher. And the odds are about 50-50. But because there's 7 people watching, and only 7 people watching, we can now be certain that if everybody votes, we will have a solid tiebreaker at some point. No, undoom yourself. I haven't talked to that guy in quite a while. Anyway, so this guy, Carlos Ghosn. Ocean's 11. Carlos is Ocean's 11. Oh, this is the ex-CEO of Nissan. The sexiest of car brands, as we all know. The wife of Nissan's former CEO, Carlos Ghosn, said being reunited with her husband was the best gift of her life after she allegedly helped mastermind his wild escape from Japan, according to a news report. This is actually this is a strange story. I kind of stumbled upon it because I've been, all day I've been not paying attention to anything, and then I had to, and now here we are. But with this, so Carol Ocean reportedly orchestrated the Hollywood movie-worthy escape plot, which saw the accused embezzler smuggled out of the country, where he was on house arrest. Japanese house arrest, like everything else in Japan, is built on the honor system. So it's pretty much just, you stay here, and then you tell them, okay, and you stay there, and then when they're not looking, you can just leave. Because if you leave, it's your honor that you're screwing up. Yeah, and Undoomed is a good dude. He's a true conversationalist too. I'll say this much. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but I don't think I've ever had a conversation with Undoomed that lasted less than like 2 hours. And it's not like he's a chat, like it's not even like he's a chatterbox or anything. Just keeps on. I ain't got nothing better to do right now. And then he'll like sort of tease you with like Hollywood insider shit, saying like, yeah, I can say once I did have dinner at Skywalker Ranch. I'm like, how was that? And he's like, it was dinner. But let's see. So, he's on house arrest. Where he's on house arrest, an in an instrument case. Yeah, so this man was smuggled out in an instrument case. The last straw for the couple was the decision by Japanese authorities to prevent Ghosn from having contact with his wife over the holidays, and fears that the court was dragging its feet by putting off his trial for financial crimes until 2021. Be patient. You too can go to trial in Japan. He couldn't see his wife. He couldn't get dates for the trial. One person familiar with the plot told the Journal it was humiliation. It was moral torture. The wealthy 65-year-old former auto honcho was sprung out of Tokyo by a team of mercenaries who strolled into his Tokyo pad as a group of musicians and left with Ghosn in an instrument case, according to the Lebanese news channel MTV. That's where they get all their news in Lebanon now, by the way. It's MTV. It's a really hip country, all in all. Oh, Dina needs a sword? Yeah, Dina could use a sword. Why not? There we go. Boom. Look at that. Your lobbying worked, Ben. Your lobbying worked. Yeah, so you smuggle that in a fucking instrument case. I dig it. I like it. It's clever. They've since been reunited in Lebanon and hold up in their pink $15 million Beirut mansion. It was the best gift of her life, she said, and that was nice. Carlos was arrested by Japanese authorities in 2018 and charged with underreporting $80 million in compensation earnings and siphoning off company funds for his own use. What a charmer! What a charmer! I applaud him for his ingenuity. Ghosn, a Brazilian-born French businessman of Lebanese ancestry, was out on $14 million bail and confined to house arrest in his Tiny Tokyo apartment under around-the-clock Japanese guard. He maintained his innocence and will reportedly fight the charges in Lebanon, which does not currently have an extradition treaty with Japan. What kind of instrument case do you think he got smuggled out in? I would love it if it was like a stand-up bass and he had to like get in on his head and like cross his legs and tuck them together. So that's a fun story. Let's move back on to Amazon. We got a 12 South Inspired. It's a Mac candle. It's your eye candle. That's right. Features strong notes of armoire and bergamot with hints of lemon, tarragon, amber, and musk to clear the mind of clutter and stimulate creativity. Can you believe it? It's a Mac candle. It's a soy candle. I want to buy one of these for the InfoWars folks. It's like, light this candle if you want to grow breasts and become a beta male. Apple-inspired ceramic vessel. Oh, that's great. 95-ounce candle with burns for 60 to 70 hours. Or if you turn on the power-saving mode, 80 to 90 hours. Woo woo. Yeah, it is bougie as fuck. I mean, how bad? Like, this is why I don't like Mac people in general. It's because they're fucking cult. Let's be honest with ourselves. Now, not everybody who uses Apple products is in a cult, but a lot of them are. And then they get fucking Mac candles. Let's have a little looky-loo. Inspired to greatness. The Inspire Mac Candle 2.0 celebrates the 10-year anniversary of the iPhone, easily the most innovative product of the 21st century. Presented in a custom Apple-themed vessel, we pay homage to this brand that inspires us on a daily basis. Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee, goddamn! What the fuck? Oh, it's a MacBook Arc. Look, you can get this, and you can turn your MacBook into a real book. Except it's not a real book, and they also got this and this. But they also make fucking candles. I just keep wondering. So yeah, it's supposed to smell like tarragon. I'm not a fan. Let's see if it's been reviewed. Oh, let's get 3 out of 5 stars. Let's see. Basically, my understanding is that it's supposed to look like an Apple product and smell like one. Well, I'm already disappointed. Cute concept, but not worth the money. Faint scent at best. Messy candle. Probs with the wick. Definitely not worth the astronomical price. How much is it? $30 for a candle. That seems about right for an Apple product, I gotta be honest. I know. Well, that's the thing, Canuck. Like, one of the only, Mac products for production purposes seem to be sort of industry standard, and I'm guessing there's a really good reason for it. But, yeah, the cult of Mac. Just like most products associated with the Apple brand name, this is functional but a little overpriced. Hey, that's a helpful comment. Too expensive and no smell. There's no smell. I can't turn this thing on since I used it. Wasting money. Too expensive. Seriously, no smell. Even my wife was confused as to how it was no smell. It was no smell. His wife probably... No, his wife once caught a load in the sinuses and they're never able to sneeze it on out. Wonderful design, poor scent. Doesn't smell like a new Mac. Doesn't smell like a new Mac, rather just slight lemon scent. Okay, 5 stars. Really like the packaging and scent. Might get a few more as gifts for clients. Edgar A. Arroyo says. Not what I thought it was. This is something else. Oh, well. I'm going to give it 4 stars. The scent is 1 star, but the value for the money is 5 stars. Let's take a little looky-loo. Line outside a Mac store. See if we can find one of them. There we go. Living iPhone. Yes. No. Wait. What? It's a perfect... No, hang on. I'm just... Yes, it's full of gummy bears. Gummy bears, you see. Save it. Gummies. There we go. Let's add ourselves an image now. See, now this is like... This is something... This is just classic. It's just classic me, you know. There we go. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's a good one. Actually, we're just going to put a picture of Louis Gossett Jr. up for some reason. That'll do. Oh, my God. What do we have to say about this, huh? Ah, yes. So much better than my standard Windows candles. I'll be honest, I don't know what these people, probs, just Mac haters, LG people, if you know what I mean, are on about with regards to this scent. I think it smells exactly like it should. Overpriced? Nah, this isn't your standard Yankee Candle, plebs. This is an authentic recreation of Steve Jobs' own musk. Anime Moon resubscribed Prime for 20 months, entering 2020 with the fucking flu. Well, it's not like shit can get any worse, and Biden just told coal miners learn to code. Great, here we go again. Yes, Anime Moon. Coal miners must learn to code. They need to learn to mine data. That's the future. Let's get back to this authentic recreation of Steve Jobs' own musk. I have even bought a gift box set with the Bluetooth enabled wick, allowing me to get notifications on my phone when the candle is on fire. I can even access it through iTunes, allowing me to listen to K-pop while smelling Tim Apple's own sweaty palms. I'm not going too bad on this one. Not going too crazy. I think at $42, this is a steal. And having already been updated through my iCloud email account as to the new model coming out next week. I've already pitched my tent in front of the Apple Store. Despite the staff telling me they don't sell candles. Not only would I buy this again, I already have. Hence the follow-up review you'll be reading shortly. That worked out. That's good stuff there. That's good. So, we've just reviewed this Apple Amazon iProduct thing. And yes, if you're wondering why I have a mix of anime products and Anne Frank's diary in my Amazon search history, it's because I've recently gotten onto Reddit. You're welcome. Who wants some New Hampshire news about a sexy surfer with very hard nipples? That's right, it's Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard decided to go and surf in the freezing goddamn cold on New Hampshire's proud 14 miles of coastline. If you've never seen it, I will show you. I have gotten exceptionally stoned on that very stairwell. How do I know it's that stairwell, you ask? Because I've gotten stoned on all of them. It's like something Tulsi and I have in common now. Oh, it's thrilling. Now, what I'm kind of surprised by is that she didn't go to do what's called the Polar Plunge, which every year, it's led by an alcoholic former weatherman, a bunch of crazy people in the middle of, like, December or January, as soon as it's really, really, really cold, decide to get together and run into the ocean. I mean, yeah. So, oh, it's great to see you too, It's All Izzy. Welcome to the new year. Let's watch Tulsi Gabbard take a freezing cold dip in the North Atlantic, which, by the way, in addition to it being freezing cold in the North Atlantic, I typically advise anyone against swimming or going on the beach at all at Hampton Beach, and I'll show you a bit of why in just a moment.
History is being made here. First presidential candidate to ever serve in New Hampshire, period, let alone in the winter.
Yeah. Woohoo! Exciting. Go, Tulsi, go. Not even that dog's gonna get in that water. It's exciting, isn't it? I, for one, love watching people walk into the ocean. It's my favorite part of the blacklist, I'll have you know. Hello, Vita Vita. Welcome to the first midweek show. I do this 3 times a week, every week, regardless of if I'm sick or completely out of ideas. We cover news and I review Amazon products. By the way, have you ever wanted to order a Mac candle? Well, you can. And it's come with my own personal recommendation. Tulsi Gabbard. Going into the ocean in January. I would not recommend this at any time of year. So anyway, yes, Gabbard, who's actually rented a house probably roughly about, I'd say, 5 to 10 miles away from me, now lives here in New Hampshire. Just trying to squeeze for the primary. When she doesn't get elected, she will fuck right back off to Hawaii, because there's no other reason for anyone to live in New Hampshire unless they just maybe have some genuinely bad karma. Maybe you did something bad. You did some poo-poo dirty deeds in a past life. That is Hampton, yes, Izzy. yeah. Tulsi's going surfing in Hampton in January, which, well, let's let's actually take a little looky-loo. First off, shush, enough techno music. Rep Tulsi Gabbard tried to make a splash for her presidential campaign New Year's Day by hitting the waves in freezing New Hampshire, proving she's not a real granite stater, because she would know better than to touch anything or anyone at Hampton Beach. Yeah, it's a fucking horrible place, but I'll show you in a second why. Accompanied by people carrying campaign signs, the Hawaii Democrat hit the beach in full wetsuit Wednesday morning before wading into the frigid Atlantic Ocean, where there's barely any waves. A video from NBC affiliate shows history's being made. One person calls out, "There's absolutely no better way to start the day in the year. I can think of many, many, many preferable things to surfing in December or being in New Hampshire, but what do I know?" Yep, so she got that. And let's find out what it is exactly that makes Hampton Beach such a shithole. Let's get a little bit of the Billy Burr action here. And he's dead right about everything he says. That's lovely, fucking beautiful Hampton Beach. Oh, God.
Hey, what's up? It's Bill Burr, and it's another one of my little, what are these things called? My little travel Americana kind of things. Lady, we need you off the set, please. So here we are at the Hampton Beach Ballroom Casino. You know, a lot of these travel places, they show you all the nice places to go to and everything. This is how you know when you're at one of the upper scale resorts. You look right over there, what do you see? Water slide, right? A lot of these travel shows, they try to go to they try to make it seem like you got to go to someplace classy to have a good time. You don't. Hampton Beach. There's plenty to do here. Look, they got a water slide. You know? Tell you right now, nothing says money like a fucking water slide. You know what I mean? All you gold diggers out there, stop hanging out at the steakhouses, trying to find some old grumpy guy with his wrinkled up sack you got to shoot Botox in after you're done blowing him. After. So the shame's there and so's the smell of his nuts. That's gross. That was gross.
And see, the worst part is too is like, so Bill Burr he's from New England. He's from outside of Boston, I believe. And the thing is, if you're from this part of New England, even though Massachusetts has its own beaches and shit, you end up going to Hampton Beach because it's I don't know, like if let's say Maury Povich was produced at a truck stop, right? That's pretty much the view from Hampton Beach.
You want to get him up here, right?
Oh yeah, Ron Ronson. A lot of SUVs. Now this is back in the day. These days, what's fashionable is for guys who live in dense little shitburg cities like Manchester to get big ass diesel trucks with dualies. You know, the sticker. It's still got the sticker Calvin pissing on something you don't like right on the back window, and then you just roll coal at literally every light, hoping you'll impress somebody. And you're sure you do. You're just never too sure how impressed they really fucking are.
Because of the cold water, their balls have shrunk up and they smell like chlorine rather than the depression. All right. I gotta tell you, the fucking horror that we were about ready to walk into. Like, first time I came up to Hampton Beach, like my jaw was on the ground. I mean, this is just, you'll see in a few minutes. And I'm really nervous about wearing a wire. I might get stabbed here. First guy to ever get stabbed making a YouTube video because somebody thought I was gonna.
By the way, for the returning and new YouTube viewers over here, if you want, just use this link. You can hop into the Discord waiting room. And then after we do a couple more of these stories in a little bit, I'll start pulling people in to just chat and shoot the shit a bit. It'll be a fun time. Grindle the heck doggy, heck doggo. Use 35 bits to say, I hear Tulsi has a really good book. She really does, too. It's this book here. I know it's good because I wrote it, and I remember writing most of it. And I read a little bit of it, too, and I surprised myself because I'm one of those kind of guys who's very certain everything he does is fucking awful. And then when I read this, I'm like, wait a second. Did my editor get somebody else to rewrite my book? And then I say, even which way, I don't care because I get paid when I sell. So, that's the important thing, you see. And if you're wanting to have yourself one of these little bookie books I got here, you can do that. And I'll even send you, here's a little link. You can go You can buy it using my own. You can buy my book using my Amazon affiliate link, somehow resulting in me getting paid twice. And I am so fucking happy about that. Does the purple shit distract you, Nick? Just scares a little bit. Fucking stop it. I don't care. You guys highlight whatever you want. It's fine.
Narc them out for... Do they even deal blow up here? What's cheaper than...
Oh, yeah, and just as a quick thing, too, in case anybody wasn't aware, I did, in fact... Do I still have that here? The reason they say that Tulsi has the really good book is, well, because she does. If I can find that fucking picture. I have just so much crap I gotta clean out of these random-ass images that I pull. Like, why do I have a picture of Josh Brolin? Oh, yeah, I was making fun of Rick Perry. See? And then, it comes back to me, and then I'm like, wait a second, I probably should have just deleted that. Why did I keep it? Because you never know when you might need a picture of Josh Brolin, right? You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying there? Here we go. Look at this. Hey, look at this shit here, right? Tulsi Gabbard, she's got a copy of my book. You can tell she's fucking thrilled to have it, too. She's over the goddamn moon. And honestly, who can blame her? It's a really good book. And that was a really good sandwich. And this was all accidental. I in no way planned this out, and I in no way cornered her. And I'm sure she read my book. Fucking A right. Anyway, use that link if you want to buy one. It's a good book. Tulsi Gabbard it's such a fire book. It's so lit. I'm using your kids' lingo now. It was so lit. She got so hot she had to go take a dip in Hampton Beach and cool off in the North Atlantic while also washing any remaining dignity she might have off when she learns about Hampton Beach.
Crack? I guess crack. Sir, what are you smoking? That's what my legs look like. So one of the great things about Hampton Beach is this is one of the few areas that those piece of shit bankers didn't affect. Didn't affect any of these people for the simple fact that if they have any money, they've spent it on drugs. So that's one of the good. Jesus, look at the size of her. That girl's like 3 months away from getting her first tattoo. She was like 11. You ever wanted to go to like India?
And the worst part about all of this too is that this is all, I mean, it's all very accurate.
And experience that level of poverty, but you didn't have the money. This would be a good place to go. Hey, thank you very much. How are you? How you doing? Here you go. He's a convicted felon. Buying a girl some fried dough for bailing them out. Look at everybody here with their stomachs out. Doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference what shape you're in. I can't believe these people.
Let's see. Dead Wolf saying, Nick in classic style. I made a meme for this time of year. It's now tweeted to you. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh shit! It's the Apple stickers. It's the Apple. No, wait. It comes with useless stickers. That's right. That fucking candle. That fucking candle comes with these. Comes with these deluxe stickers that you can have. You can get these stickers from deadwolf.apple.icloud.mac. You get these things. You can put these stickers over your electrical sockets, because that candle, it's so clutch, as the kids say. It's a clutch candle, not like a clutch purse, but it's such a fucking fire candle. It never needs to be recharged. It's got ultimate battery life. It's great. So let's listen to a little bit more about Bill Burr talking about the worst fucking place on earth.
People are this out of shape with all this fine cuisine up here. What do you got? Patio pub serving lunch and dinner. Come on in and get your red tide lobster. All right, something just leaked down on me. I have no idea what it is. You know, the Muslim go to Mecca. This is where the white trash of New England goes. Right here. Look at her with her Betty Rubble mini skirt ensemble. They're all waving to your video camera. I love that, because I don't think anybody owns one up here. There's a really disgusting amount of underage women in like thong bikinis up here. You know, the only reason why you know they're underage is because they haven't got their first tattoo yet. Hey man, what's going on? How are you?
Yeah, no, I love Bill Burr for his comedy, but he's barely joking here because, like, this is a state where in the capital city, as well as Manchester, and pretty much everywhere else I've lived, tattoo parlors outnumber bookstores by a lot. In fact, I have, in the last 5 years, seen 3 different bookstores close and turn into tattoo piercing parlors. They fucking can't get enough of the fucking tribal neck tattoos, even though they're not part of any fucking tribe. Like all the memorial tattoos. The girls up here, they can't get enough of like the old English script on their collarbones. Cause I'll tell you that shit gets me sprung. That shit gets me fucking so hot. And like, you see that, they got the low cut top, or maybe they made like a V-neck out of their fucking Patriots hoodie. And what do? Yeah, they that tattoo right there. As soon as you see that, you know that they're down to pound and that they've got at least 4 kids back at home, with the eldest probably about 5 years old, watching the other ones while she slams down margaritas at a fucking sports bar. And why are you there at 11 in the morning? Better question, why is she there at 11 in the morning? I'm minding my own business and I'm trying to keep away from that shit. So, it's true.
How are you? Let's check this out here.
There's a little bit more.
People here are actually sleeping out for Dave Matthews tickets. They've been here since like April. Gee, Bill, could you pick a band a little more contemporary? Go fuck yourself, I'm old. I'm terrified of the beach. I am. It starts with the sun and it ends with drowning while getting eaten alive. Nice little playground here. This right here, they solved the pedophile problem. A lot of people don't know pedophiles can't climb. So as long as it's about 5'6" or higher, you're gonna be good. All right, you hear this kid crying? That's the inner monologue of everybody who lives here. I like this little
Absolutely.
kid here with his John Bonham hat from 1968. Right after Carmen Appice got him his Ludwig endorsement. A lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah. See. No. If you want more, just search Bill Burr walking tour Hampton Beach. You'll see everything you need to know. Now look, we got this is him introducing the Apple Eye Candle, which we previously, if you were just tuning in now, we reviewed the Apple Eye Candle on Amazon. It smells like Steve Jobs musk. It smells like the sweat from Tim Apple's hands. I know he's got a real name, but we're not going with that because the president gave him a new name, and that's pretty much, I'm pretty sure that's law right now. That's law. Is that if the president ever calls you something mistakenly, that is just your new name. But what else we got? So Tulsi did that shit. She went swimming in the worst fucking beach in America. It's possible. That's probable, actually. I mean, I saw somebody in the chat earlier was saying Maine is worse than New Hampshire. It is not. It is not. For one thing, in the Live Free or Die state, you can actually only buy alcohol in the store until 11:45. Whereas in Maine, you can just buy it until the store closes. They recently legalized marijuana, which caused the Live Free or Die state, who prides themselves on personal liberty, to say, well, fuck no, we're not doing that. In fact, let's increase penalties, maybe. Let's look at increasing penalties. Because the prison industry is like one of the only growth industries we've got here outside of clearly tattoo parlors, right? So, yeah, she went swimming there. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, look at this. It's soap in the shape of a chicken nugget. Yeah. Natural vegan food soap. Fun fake soap. Wait, so it's not... Yeah, see, no, this is why... Let's take a look at some of the reviews here. It's 5 out of 5. There's a whole 2 customer ratings. Great gift for chicken lovers. Sir, let's see. Hang on. I can't comment on this? Why can't... I just want to comment on it. I just want to comment on his review. It's one comment. There we go, his comment. I don't mean to presume or anything, but how many chicken lovers do you know, and is that a thing where you're from? See? I just posted my comment. There we go. It's good. It's all good. It's fine. Let's have a little looky-loo, though. Alright, this is I bought this for a coworker. I'm gonna give this shit, I'm gonna give it 1 star. And I'm gonna leave a picture of a chicken in the, yeah. No. I don't know why I have so many oh, no, I remember why I have pictures of chickens. There we go, that's chicken. Nope, that's beef, never mind. That's a burrito. You guys can't see what I'm looking at. I'm just looking at my own pictures full of chicken. It is chickens. Yep, there we go. Chickens. Neither of my needs were fulfilled. 1 star. Yep. Chicken attack. Exactly. Now, why didn't I like this? Why does this only get 1 star even though I didn't buy it? Is there something? Why are there menorahs in my recommendations? What does Amazon know about me? Anyway, firstly, I tend not to read descriptions. So when I saw this product, I thought, wow, Amazon is moving into the Postmates world of things. And I got excited. Everyone knows fried chicken is best served after a 2 to 3 day delivery time. But when I got it, you won't believe it, soap isn't the name of the guy who cooked it. It's actually soap. And after eating 2.5 whole bars of chicken soap, I caught on to this fact with dismay. Now, I didn't just need my chicken. Fuck. God damn it. Sneezing fits. I love them all day with my sneezing fits. Steve Jobs is it. There's 1 more. I'm sure of it. There's always 1 more. Nope, that's it. Now, Now, I didn't just need my chicken fixed, but also when I came around to realizing it was soap, I said, damn, I haven't owned any of that stuff since the 90s. So I gave it a try. Climbing into my mop bucket and foisting the garden. Why? God damn it. Watering can up above my fucking god damn it. Up above my trailer with a series of bungee cords. Also ordered on Amazon and also inedible. I began showering with this chicken. Not the first time I've said that in earnest. Moving on. While I did technically get clean, I did not, in fact, smell like greasy Popeye's chicken as I had been led to believe I would. Between this failure and the digestive problems I encountered, I don't foresee myself buying more than 6 or 7 more servings of this soap in the future. There we go. See, look at that! Look at that! That's right. We're blowing the barn doors off on this one, folks. Deep expose shit we're into here. Now, coming up close on the 7:55 mark. So Pope Francis just smacked the lady in her hand. And then he decided to preach to the rest of us about not hitting women. Typical. Come on, Francis. Beat the shit out of this lady. That's right. Fucking throw that child to the ground. Fucking pile drive her. Fucking look at that. First person to get fucking beat up by the Pope since 2007. Amazing. John Paul II will fuck you up. So, way to stay. You look at it takes on iniquity and destroys its power.
La pazienza dell'amore.
Yeah, that's right. That lady should have been more fucking patient, right? Am I right? And then she got hashtag Pope slapped. That's right, hashtag Pope slapped. Slapping all the popes. Got to slap those popes to get them started. It's like it's like when your remote control's not working, you just give it a smack, and then all of a sudden the batteries get more power because they realize you're not fucking around anymore. Same thing when it comes to Catholics.
L'amore ci fa paziente. E tante volte perdiamo la pazienza.
We often lose patience, me too, and I apologize for my bad example last night. That's what you get, like, I like it, you know. That's the thing. The Pope apologized for it. I feel like someday I should apologize for it too. But listen, it is technically rude to take all of the change from your couch into a strip club and just hurl it at the first girl who grinds in front of you. It is funny, but you will get kicked out, and then you will be told that you'd already been kicked out and now police are on their way. It's technically not assault, I learned, though, if you don't put that change in a sock to begin with. Now, if you do that, that's technically assault. And the only place you can get away with that happens to be Alabama. But that's just because, well, who needs that? Oh, and Hampton Beach, because if you find a strip club at Hampton Beach, you are catching something simply by being aware of its existence.
What's
up, Popity Pope?
Esempio di ieri.
That's right. It's like a shooting star. It's a shooting star that was over the manger when Jesus was born, and some woman came up and tried to shake his hand, and he Christ slapped the crap out of her. That's right. And we're not putting up with this. The Catholic Church, it's done putting up with all this garbage, all this handshaking garbage. It's over with. Now, this I like because this is a $330 water bottle. And after this, we're going to get to talking to some people, even though there's only 2 people waiting in the waiting room right now. You can join the show if and you want to, but apparently you don't. All the same. GYJ. What's up, Scrappy? You're fresh out of jail? As in real jail, or as in Twitter jail, or Twitch jail, or what happened? What kind of... You know what? Jump into the waiting room. Let's discuss it. This is $330 thermostat hydrogen water generator, the 3-minute healthy water maker. Portable kettle. It's a kettle, too. That's $330 for a water bottle. No customer reviews yet. Let me help. Let me help. I am here to be of assistance. But first we're gonna get, let's see, Kevin Costner, Waterworld, drinking pee. Let's go find ourselves an image of Kevin Costner drinking his own pee. There we go. That's the one. That's the one I wanted. I'm gonna save this image. This is how my my file folder fills up with pictures I don't understand later down the line. Oh, I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I'm gonna put the picture of Kevin Costner and Waterworld up in this bitch, and I'm loving that. I can reference that movie still. And there we go. Just like in Waterworld. drinking your own piss isn't just for Kevin Costner anymore. No, with this patented rehydration water world kettle, you can make tea from your pee. Everyone knew there was one thing in the world I was going to skip a car payment for, and it was this bottle. With this phenomenal... fuck you, keyboard. Phenomenal water creation and reclamation system, I have avoided buying Dasani, which honestly tastes more like pee than normal pee. For easily 6.5 weeks. Fucking keyboard is dying on me. Oh, so sniffly. And it sucks. Oh, and it sucks. Easily 6.5 weeks. Simply by dropping trow. Is that how you spell trow? Looks like it. Dropping trow. You can rehydrate yourself and create lovely table salts from failed kidney stones. I like to fill my bottle in the car during my commute, and then stay refreshed throughout the day. It's even got an app on the phone that reminds you to drink water, because I forget when staring at my $300 water bottle. Sometimes I like to turn the filters off and the heating element on to tell my coworkers I'm not interested in hearing about their weekends. All in all, would totally buy again if I didn't already refinance my mortgage to get the one I've got. Love it. Mostly. Like Waterworld. It's only forgettable if you let yourself forget. Perfect. That is some quality reviewskis, quality reviewskis. So, I'm gonna go blow my nose, and I'm gonna go make some tea with my $300 water bottle, as I said. Gonna play you a little more of this Billy Burr stuff here. Gonna be right back, and then we'll come back from break, and we will talk to some folks waiting in the waiting room right now. So, I'll see you shortly, my darlings. Kill your darlings, except when you're in the waiting room. All right.
I think he played Slingerland first. I'm not gonna lie to you. After walking out here and making fun of people for a while, there's some good-looking girls out here. You know, why wouldn't you think that? They're all dressed like whores. No, you're not a whore. If you're just wearing underwear and bra, but you have flip-flops on, that's all right. Second you put on high heel shoes, you're a fucking whore, and you weren't raised right. How is the bikini not just considered indecent? I'm not complaining about it, but you're in your fucking underwear. God bless you. God bless you for being in your underwear. Wow. She right there, she just had a plate full of sit-ups. When you're my age, that's what you see. Oh my God, get it with tartar sauce. I don't see that. I just see, gonna be on the treadmill for 3 hours just to get rid of the first 2 handfuls. There's a kid with an American flag. American flag kite. You know what that means. Future racists. Racists put the American flag on everything. You ever notice that? This right here, if you get a shot here of this little half shell here where they have music. This here was the site of a watershed moment in my dating career. I was up here, right? And I was seeing this lady. I was like 20, 21. She was like 31, sang in a band. So obviously I'm having a good time, right? So she had some fucking show up here. I didn't want to go. Is that Tower of Power? God damn, they fell off. No, Chicago, sorry. Walking down the fucking street. They're killing it. So I'm seeing this girl. And right before the gig, she wants me to go to the gig. So it's like, yeah, I'll go and support you. She pulls out this Miami Vice looking sweatshirt in like at least 2 pastel colors, if not 3, on a white background. And she told me to put it on and sit in the fucking crowd and watch their show. And I did it. I gotta stop for a second. I fucking did. It's to every person, man or woman, who's trapped in a goddamn relationship. When that voice is screaming inside of you, dude, I just want to do the fucking Hulk Hogan and just get the fuck out of there.
There we go. That was nice. That was a nice, quick cup of tea, as they say in the old country. You know. Oh, I am in such a shit way today. That's okay though. So far, at least, I'm hoping we got some folks enjoying the show. My sinuses aren't, but that's okay. So let's we're gonna X out of here now. I was gonna review this. Oh yeah. I don't know this thing. So this is a apparently this is like a selfie, karaoke selfie. Oh my god, you know what it is? Yeah, that's what it is. You put this earpiece in, and then you sing to yourself during karaoke. So basically, it's a selfie machine for the blind, and I appreciate that. Let's give it a review, and then we'll get to it's 5 stars. Let's go with just hard of hearing. Yeah. There we go. That's a perfect picture. I like it. Yeah. Hard of hearing. There we are. Gonna go back over here. We're gonna add our little photo in. There we go. It's like a selfie machine. Selfie machine for blind people. Blind people. I'm all about inclusion. And in an age where it's probably illegal to take a photo without it featuring yourself, I'm glad we've finally come around to letting blind people have their own version of a selfie. Now, if you're worried that this is a satire review, you're wrong. Also, if you're worried about it offending the blind, first off, why would they be reading my review, as I'm not entirely sure they're yet available in Braille, making my overall review game market reach somewhat limited. Thank you, Jeff Bezos. Can we get Elon Musk on this pronto, please? That being said, I bought one and spent the better part of yesterday morning yelling at myself for my inherent and persistent... fuck's sake. How am I fucking up so many words tonight? I'm supposed to be a writer. This is kind of embarrassing, I'll be honest with you. Persistent personal failings, of which I spend at least 10 to 15 minutes dwelling on immediately after waking up each day. I like to get a jump on the important things, and frankly, reminding myself that I'm paying for a gym membership I never use is a great way to keep things in perspective. No. Would recommend to anyone who loves the sound of their own voice, and let's be honest, who doesn't. Bought one for my tone deaf cousin, and he stopped taking my calls. And submit. That's some good shit right there. I like that. That's good. That's handy. That's helpful. It's a public service. I hope you guys know, because especially tonight, I'm doing this all for free. That's right. Because this Streamlabs shit, it's about as active as my sex life right now. So, that being the case, let's bring up the Pope slap a little bit more. Just a little thing, because I don't want people getting funny ideas that you can just, game the system by getting into the right spot in there. And first one coming in is Dina, because it just decided to stay at 1. Let's get the headphones though, that way I can hear. Otherwise, I'm just going to be having one of those funny conversations where I just pretend that I'm aware of what's being said, and I agree and disagree in a sort of vacillating fashion. It's good shit. How's it going, Dina? Dina?
It's going.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, I was going to say.
Coordinate everything.
Oh, no, that's okay. I kind of operate on the automatic assumption that I somehow just continually fuck up my work on Twitch there. Oh, and for fuck's sake, the goddamn chat's not been showing up. That's awful, too. So, how was your New Year's, huh?
I'm sorry to say that again.
How was your New Year's Eve?
Oh, it was good. Spent it pretty hammered. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess that's good.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
No,
kind
I
of
cooked
standard.
my family dinner. I cooked my family dinner. Made some shrimp Alfredo for them. Spent time with my kids and my best friend and my mom. So it was cool. Watched you and Quinn, which was awesome.
Oh, yeah,
that was
fun.
Cool.
Well, that's a funny thing I noticed, though. I mean, like, 2020 was supposed to, it's a big year, right? Hey, it's a big change of the decade kind of thing. And nobody I knew really went out and really did anything crazy. Everyone was like, I'm just gonna stay at home, I'm gonna stay at home, cook some dinner, maybe watch the ball drop after watching several mariachi bands play to people who were screaming for K-pop. You caught that. That was just strange to me. But
yeah, well, here in Alaska it was snowing really bad, so it was just a really bad night to be out anywhere.
Yeah.
Alaska just went, here, have some Alaskan confetti.
It's just a funny thing. It was kind of funny thing, like here, like downtown traditionally, like downtown Manchester, it's all the bars are like, hey, it's gonna be a big night. The big music hall where people stab each other in the neck and rape each other in the bathrooms. The really charming joint that I like to drink at. Yeah, they were charging $10 cover charge for New Year's Eve at a bar.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of gave me this impression as though, like, hey, 2020, we're all going to, at least here in Manchester, we're going to get 2020 off to a good and appropriate and proper start by virtue of just coming up with really shitty ideas and making really shitty decisions. And I'm like, hey, I'm glad everybody's catching up to me.
Yeah, make you pay for going in and having a crime committed against you, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
sure.
well, the sad thing to this, right, is like when people hear me say like, oh yeah, you get raped in the bathroom, you get stabbed in the neck. I'm actually not making any of that up. No, all of that happened within the last like 3 months at this place, and everyone's like, why do you keep going there? And the answer is simple. Because I haven't been raped or stabbed in the neck yet. So, I just keep to myself. I'm not getting raped in the neck at all. I ain't got to worry about that shit. Also, they know how to pour my drink. I discovered that if like, and this is something that's kind of coming to an end for 2020, like the barfly thing. That's pretty much it's over with. It's been kind of over, and now I'm just over it. But I discovered if you drink whiskey neat, and then you flirt with your bartender enough, you end up paying for a shot, and then they basically just give you like a baby rocks glass, just full. It's basically like they hand you a cereal bowl full of Irish whiskey, and that's an appropriate shot for me. I feel, and anything
Sounds
less, I
good to
just,
me.
yeah, I know, especially because like it's like what, like $7 average for those kind of things. No sales tax, thankfully.
Yeah, we don't have that here either.
Well, yeah, well, you
So
guys also,
that's
yeah,
kind
well,
of
you live
cool.
in Alaska. You also get paid to live there.
We get one check a year. Trust me, with some of the crap we deal with up here, it's
Um,
not necessarily worth it.
yeah, but I mean,
So,
like life in fucking New Hampshire. We just saw Bill Burr explaining how like our only beach is the worst place on earth, and none of that. Like it's Bill Burr like sarcastic jokes, but no, it wasn't sarcasm. Everything he said is true. It is like you go there and it's basically just swimming with ex-cons, um, heroin addicts, and underage kids in skimpy fucking swimwear trying typically to steal T-shirts from the boardwalk businesses. It's phenomenal, and we
yeah,
nobody pays us to live here, which is
as
a
they
shame.
should.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, at least they should pay you to live there, Nick. You make it better.
that's
You're
fucking
you're an improvement.
it is fucking horrible, and and I've come to realize too, like that's New Hampshire's trick. Like I bitched a lot about family courts, for instance. I've come to realize the reason that they're so terrible is it's not just like any bias or anything like that, but they do everything in their power to make sure nobody can ever leave. Because if everyone was free to leave, no one would live here. It would just be a series of nursing homes with no one to staff them, which would
Mm.
itself that would be pretty interesting, right? If like the elderly dementia patients had to run the nursing homes themselves.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that would be an interesting reality TV series.
I was just
I
thinking
would watch that.
I need to write to NBC Universal or maybe like no, actually that's probably yeah, that's probably more of a Fox kind of show. or or maybe MTV. It's like you could just get the original Real World cast and do it with them. That'd be fine.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just let
Yeah.
yeah, bunch of dementia patients and one of them no, and what you do is you give the keys to the pharmacy to the Alzheimer's patients, and then you see if that old line about them forgetting where the keys are, where that leads. Um, shit, yeah, I'm on a roll here. I'm gonna revolutionize cheaply made tragedy porn TV in the 2020s. It's gonna be wonderful.
Oh, okay, so
N-
this show is actually not going to be on network TV. It's going to be on like Pornhub. You can put that
No,
on your
actually,
Pornhub channel.
no, you know, well, actually, I could put it on the Pornhub channel, which actually makes me kind of curious. So just gonna pop over there real quick and see how that cruise ship video I uploaded is doing. Um, cause, well, I mean, that's the thing is like, we uploaded that. Oh, it's only got one view. That's sad. Cause here's the thing, like, we uploaded that clip of Onision sitting next to a shirtless guy on Drunken Peasants who's wearing a shock collar, and that's got 2.7 thousand views. And then I've gotten, oh my god, last time I checked, this was at this was only at yeah, this was at 1,000 views last time, and now it's no, it's 17,000. So since the last time we took a look at Pornhub on this channel, this has gained an additional 1,000 views. Let me just bring it up here so people can see what I'm talking about. Now we uploaded this sea creature, and we named it Nancy Pelosi naked on a table, right?
Oh God.
Yeah, look at that thing wriggling and writhing. Isn't
Oh,
that
that's gross.
fantastic? Yeah, so I
So
mean that was
gross.
fun. Well, I don't know if it's the grossness of the thing or what, but yeah, that particular video, I'm scrolling down just because I don't want to get too much porn on YouTube here. Yeah, 17,987 views. Oh, but apparently it was really disappointing because it's 41 upvotes to 65 downvotes. So now I'm just kind of curious as to how many. God damn it! I just popped the button off. How many people actually like signed in and saw that title and went to go watch that video, hoping they'd actually get to see Nancy Pelosi naked? And that's wow. That's even more terrifying than that starfish thing, isn't it?
I agree. That I'm afraid that would be a kink I would have to shame.
Wait a second. Hang on. Crispy Gin's telling me that video was set to private. So I gotta take a look and see. Is that the case? Is that the case? Because if it's only got the one view, that would explain it, wouldn't it? Let's see. How do I? Oh, like this is the problem. It's like I really gotta get around to understanding how this whole Pornhub thing works. Because if I'm gonna be uploading to it on the regular, I've definitely got to get around to figure. Oh, it is set to private. Why is that? All right, we're setting it to public. I'm gonna save those changes. It's gonna take up 24 hours. We're gonna come back and check next week to see how it's been doing, and if if two cruise ships. And if you're curious as to what I'm talking about with this video, if you weren't here last week, well, there was this epic fail on the part of a series of cruise ships, and well, this is how sailboats are born. It's when a mommy cruise ship and a daddy cruise ship love each other very, very much.
Excuse me, sorry.
And then it comes through, and look, this is where the penetration happens. Get excited, everybody. Ruh-roh. He's gonna hit us next. No, it's a fucking boat gangbang now. It's like, imagine some Titanic fan was standing at the front of that boat in the back doing his King of the World bit, and he didn't even notice how close they were getting to that other ship, and then now he's fucking dead because he's a moron. Not for standing there, but for going on a cruise in the first place. Because you got to be kind of fucking stupid to go on a cruise. It's the stupidest way to fucking waste a vacation.
I don't know. We have some pretty cool cruises here in Alaska. They're not too bad. They're short ones, but you get to go see the glaciers and.
Well, no, that's different than going on a Carnival cruise line. It's like, hey, I'm gonna spend a week and a half at sea with nothing but the fucking ocean to look at, hanging around a bunch of other fat like American and Canadian people, fucking grandmas there with trying to get her sun game going. Because those saggy granny milkers just slung up on a couple pieces of tartan cloth, and just sitting along on the side of the thing, just turning more, just soaking up that sun. The middle-aged housewife from fucking Nevada who doesn't look enough like a saddlebag, and she decides she really needs to go out and just sun it up, just make sure she's like, well, I've been smoking L&M's since I was 7, and I'll be damned if I let the lung cancer beat the melanoma. So, yeah. That's
Mickey says a cruise seems like fun. I don't know.
Cruise seems like fun. Just go on a regular fucking vacation. Go to an island. Go to an island where where locals will sell you cocaine, at check-in, and go to Aruba where everything is legal for Americans because their economy depends on it. That's the wise thinking idea right there. Now, I got to answer a quick question before we get into any more conversation, but Warthog86 asks, where is Jeff? There is no more Jeff. There is never a Jeff. There's only been Zool. It's only just been us. You and me, Warthog. We've been the only... Now, Jeff left the show to go pursue other things, and so it's just me now, which is why the numbers are radically lower. And the approval rating on this video is, it's a 2-to-1 split. So... I hope that explains it. But yeah, so that's the cruise ship thing. So that's New Year's. You going on a New Year's cruise on Carnival next year?
Are you asking if I'm going to?
Yes. No, I'm not inviting
not
you on
after
one.
what
I can't.
you just described.
I can't
don't wanna
afford
see
them.
that.
I can't
Oh.
afford that shit.
My dude, if I could afford to go on a cruise next year, tell you what, I'll buy a ticket for you to go to.
Oh no,
We'll
that's all
both
right.
go.
Nah, cruises
No,
sound fucking
no.
stupid. I don't want to go on no cruises.
No bullshit.
Like,
You want to go on
go
a
there
cruise?
and-
You want to go mess with like the
just
saddlebag ladies. You just want to run around and cause chaos. I know
just
it.
go. Yeah, just go to the buffet. Don't eat anything. Just carry an empty plate around and be like, this is how people get sick. I'm like, what? And like, yeah, you remember that time? Remember that story from back in like 2012 where a Carnival Cruise Line basically like the plumbing didn't work and the whole place backed up with toxic cancer-laden shit? No, I don't remember. Oh, that's because they don't want you to. They suppress the story, but I'll tell you what, it's because of those fucking crab rangoons.
Oh God.
That's what
Or
did it.
just stand there at the thing with your plate. Somebody's like dishing up food. Are you going to eat all that?
Exactly.
And
It's
just
like,
look at him. Don't even move. Just stare at him. Going to eat all that.
Yeah, just walk around and be like, just go around complaining. Being like, man, I can't believe I went and spent all that money on a first class ticket and the only thing playing on any TV is fucking Crackle original series. What is this shit? How dare they? How fucking dare these people call themselves a dream vacation? I'll tell you what, it's a fucking nightmare vacation is what it is.
No, I don't think I'd be able to do a cruise though. Actually, I think I would just in the middle, like you said, in the middle of the ocean with nowhere to go. I think I would get freaked out at a certain point.
Right?
If not just from being out in the middle of the ocean with nowhere to go, being out in the middle of the ocean with a bunch of people that are half of them are probably crazy.
Yeah, just take the tour. Take the tour so you can be brought into the to the bridge. You can meet the captain. He's all gonna be proud. He'll be like, "Oh, I'm the captain of this boat," and you'll be like, "Look at me, I am the captain now." And he'll be like, "Yeah, I've heard that before." Yeah. It's
Do you know the way?
well, no, well, that's the thing I love about the Mandalorian. I don't know if you caught it, but the Mandalorian has finally actually answered the question. Yeah, John Favreau knows the way. That meme could have gone away if we just asked John Favreau. That would have been wonderful. And no, just this guy, man. I do not want to do a Tom Cruise. I want to do a Penelope Cruise. Thank you very much. It's the only cruise I'm interested in riding on.
Oh.
What, are you one of those? Are you one of those Are you one of those types who thinks she's got like weird looking bug eyes or something? Because I hear that a lot, and I'm kind of into that.
No, she's pretty.
Yeah, dragonflies are the sexiest bugs on earth.
Oh God. Oh God, a really bad joke from a friend of mine just popped in my head, and I am not.
Do it.
No.
Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed.
No, it's not my lame joke. It's his.
Oh yeah. Well, then steal it. How do
it
you
was
think?
one of those It was just a self-deprecating joke that he used to say. I'm trying to think of how.
I gotta tell you, you're gonna end up telling this joke, but the more you set it up, the higher expectations get. So you need to just come out with it.
It's a dumb joke, which is why I didn't want to say it in the first place. No.
Is your friend Dane Cook? Is that what you're trying to explain? Oh, okay.
No. No, it was. I think somebody called him. It was just one of those lame times at a party, and everybody was drunk, and somebody. He was smart enough at someone, and they go, "What do you know about it?" They implied he had a small dick, and he's like, "Yeah, no, totally." What he's needle nick the bug fucker, and dude everybody just stopped and stared. So when you said having a thing for bugs, it was a dumb joke.
Yeah, see, no,
anyway.
It wasn't dumb. It was a great joke. It's just too much setup. See.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
I'm not a comedian like you.
No. You got to. The thing is you got to take Fat Pat's master class, which I've actually got to write to him and get him to record that sketch. Like, I'm Fat Pat, and this is your master class in stand-up comedy. I also got to ask him if he's going to take a job on a Carnival Cruise Line too. I might tweet at him right now and ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ben's in chat telling me to pour a shot.
Oh, you got. Do you have liquor? Because
I do. I have a
good way to go.
brand new bottle of Honey Jack.
God damn, Deadwolf, you're on your fucking game today, bro. I'll be honest.
Set up to fail.
No, it's great. Deadwolf is Deadwolf's fucking killing it with his memes right now. Boom, look at that Pope pimp slap.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So So I just gotta go tweet at Fat Pat.
The next time one of my kids bugs me, I'm just gonna look at him and go, "Shut up, or I'm gonna Pope slap you."
Yeah, here you go. Hashtag Pope slap.
Yeah.
Carnival Cruise Liner. There we go. I should have left the question mark off because it's a foregone conclusion at this point. But well, all the same, yeah. Boat sex is extra sexy. I should just play this on a loop. Just play this on a loop in the background. People being like, "Whoa, I didn't know this was a boat porn channel." Oh yeah, I named it "Big Boats Banging Like It's Brazzers."
So you're gonna put up every week you should put up some new video like this on your Pornhub, and then just the Wednesday show, it can be a check-in. It can be the Pornhub check-in.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I should just actually download the Bill Burr video and say pasty ginger savagely fucks entire seacoast. That'd be pretty good. Wouldn't be bad, would it?
No.
No, not at all.
No, you were talking about your beaches there, the beach. At least you guys have a beach here.
It's this rocky coastline.
If you walked on this, what's that?
It's this rocky ass coastline you got.
Kinda, but in the when the tide goes out, we have I guess you could say it's what to some people it would seem like beach line, but our beach you can actually sink into and die.
Well, I mean, it's kind of
it's fun. It's called silt. You go walk out on it and you can get stuck in it.
Well, I'd say that's preferable to Hampton Beach, but you have to be there to really understand why, because it's bad. Oh yeah, a lot of yeah. You eat there, you're gonna get sick. So you might as well eat the cheap street food because it's no different than the fine dining. You go to the Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom, you can see you see Jeff Dunham. It's the fucking Jeff Dunham is honestly that's highbrow shit. In most of New Hampshire, yeah. Jeff Fox.
Give me just 1 sec. Ben, send that picture to Nick. Send it to him.
What picture?
The picture you just sent me.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, I'll keep my eyes open for that. Do you need to push forward though? So, what's your big 2020 wish, and how do you plan on failing at your resolutions?
Oh, well, let's see. Well, I think like everybody, I want to lose some weight by springtime. Hopefully, I won't fail at that, but I think this year I just want to. What did you send it to?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it just cracked me up. It just is appropriate with what we've been. The thing. No, I think I just want to be a better friend, be a better person, just strive to do better than I did last year. I mean, I did okay last year, I think.
I do love, I love how the further we get into the 2000s as we've been going, the more hopes for the future sound like the kind of affirmations you hear at like support groups and rehabs. It's it's no longer I'm gonna take my company to the top. Now it's I kind of hope I can stop hurting the ones I love so much.
Well,
that's my New Year's resolution, is to not fuck up more relationships. I mean, I'm not gonna stick to it. I'm not gonna stick to anything. But well, Dina, it's been it's been wonderful having you back. Gonna pop you out there, and I think I'm actually just, I'm gonna do my normal thing too. I'm just gonna drag Jables in just because he just likes to just hang. And then we're just gonna roll between 1 and 2. That way, both of them can make it in. Since this is clearly, I'm guessing it's just one of those things that, like, nobody really feels like taking part in nothing today. That's fine. Everyone's recovering from 2019. Applying the salves and the antibacterials. So, what's up, Jables?
Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. And let's see, Mickey Ficky has won the role. So, Mickey, what's happening with you? For context.
Hey guys.
Ben's confusing me with.
Time out real quick. Am I just
What?
a side note? I'm just pulled in as like a secondary co-host thing.
Jables,
you just pull me.
Jables, do you really feel like you're an average viewer, or do you not feel better than everyone around you? Not to put you on the spot.
I'm God.
There we go. Yeah, see?
Fucking Jables.
Yeah.
If you join the
Discord,
knock you off the pedestal a little bit. Damn.
Yeah, it's like Jables is like, wait a second, I didn't know this was one of those I'm better than other people things. If I'd have known, I wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah. If you join the Discord and look in during show, you can see my argument for why I am God. And yeah.
Well, you kind of are. I mean, you got all this mod power and shit. You're an MVP as well as the rest of the financial backers for Sir Nick here.
Yep.
I mean, Tickle
I don't
Nick
give
Tickle
Nick
Truck
money.
is. But
No, you do from time to time, but you typically have to be like shithouse drunk to do it.
Yeah. Well, no. If I'm shithouse drunk and I do it, it's because I'm in a really happy mood and I want to give you money.
Yeah, it's like you look at your bank statement and you're like, wait a second, that's all right. So money going to Streamlabs. Wait a second, that's not to poisoning the well. What the fuck did I do? I gotta stop blacking out.
I have rarely given money to poisoning the well. The only time I've done that is I give them like a $1 thing to tell them that their audio's been cut out.
No, see, you kind of come in with the Addy Monster styling.
Yeah.
You show up Addy Monster style.
Stop the ass kissing with you.
Addy Monster and I have actually been collabing during Poisoning the Well streams. We've been like hanging out in a voice chat together.
Yeah, it's like just plotting behind the scenes to try and get them kicked off the platform. I love it.
Yeah. By the way, fuck Sophane. Fat Pat, you're cool though.
Is that the thing now?
Oh yeah. No, it's been my whole Twitter thing for like the last week or two.
No, that's fair. That's fair. So, Mickey, how was your New Year's? Did you do anything extraordinary, fun, or possibly illegal in certain southern states?
Yeah, I did some illegal stuff in possibly in southern states. I will not divulge, but because sex life being private and all between the hubby and I. So what else did I do? I discovered the recipe for eggnog and spiced rum, which of course I shared with you guys last night on the stream.
Well, I gotta ask, did you get? I mean, so was that did you get the ordinary spiced rum, or did you get the Cannon Blast stuff?
I didn't get the Cannon Blast. I found a liquor store that is supposed to be really nice. I don't know if it's a chain, but it's called Bevmo, and they have. I was told they have a very good selection. I just didn't get over there yet.
Nah.
But I got
Bevmo is a chain, and you can get anything you want from there.
See, we don't have those because, like I've pointed out multiple times. Here in New Hampshire, right? It's all state-owned liquor stores, and the biggest ones are on the highway.
Surprise!
great.
No, not even kidding. Actually, yeah, it's pretty.
You literally have to drive to one. That's
Well,
Wow.
that's the funny thing.
That's how Washington was a couple years ago. Like,
Yeah, because I
they're
mean,
all
like,
state-run.
yeah, this is I mean, it's like a small fucking booze Walmart, really. But yeah, this is right off the highway. They're like, oh, we got the New Hampshire General Store, and we've got a diner, and a visitor center, and a fucking wine outlet, liquor and wine outlet, where you can buy what the fuck we tell you you can buy, and nothing else. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had the displeasure of enjoying my rum concoction while listening to extremely loud booming noises outside my fucking apartment. And it was like, I swear to God, I thought they were dropping bombs out there. It sounded like someone was going crazy with their shotgun. It just drives me crazy.
It's
maybe
fine. It's fine. It was just a run-of-the-mill, celebratory shotgun fight. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing to be worried about.
It just like it really pushes forward all my PTSD instincts to duck and cover. My husband wanted to go out there and walk around and see what the hell was going on because it even woke his ass up. And I said, no, don't go out there. You're gonna get a damn firecracker in your face. No.
As somebody who has lived in mini ghettos, best advice is to just try to go back to sleep. That's it.
Yeah, or just
don't get involved.
Yeah, just call just call the police and be like, I saw there's unarmed black teens walking down the street.
They're carrying Skittles and Arizona iced tea.
Yeah, just send as many fucking units as you got. And they're like, well, ma'am, we're here. Why do you sound like a New Englander? Oh, sorry, I was watching a bunch of Bill Burr videos, and anytime he's on the screen, I just combine this accent with bad ideas. It's fine.
Can we talk about Bill Burr's special for a second?
His special, like
Paper Tiger on Netflix.
Yeah, Paper Tiger.
Yeah. I was a little let down by it myself.
I was too. Well, okay, so here's the thing about the Paper Tiger special. And I had this chat with like Menz and Jeff too. But like, you have to view it as a person that wasn't online through 2015, 2016.
That was exactly what I got from it too, because like listening to like those jokes, I was like, oh fuck, this is like Twitter in 2014.
It's dated.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like, okay, boomer. Ah, fuck, I just said that. Now I hate myself more than I started with.
But if you view it through the lens of somebody that wasn't on the internet through 2015, 2016, great special.
Well, that's the horror show.
It's old and fucking tired.
Well, see, that's the fucking horror show that I've come to like realize is that, like they Prager and fucking, all of these, right-wing dipshits like Crowder and all them, they love quoting Andrew Breitbart, who said politics exists downstream from culture, right? Culture exists downstream from the fucking internet now, which should be the most goddamn terrifying thing we could possibly think of, because, this has been my sort of world, easily since 2013. Not saying that's when I got the internet. I'm just saying that's when New Hampshire got the internet. But it would, well, it's one of these things. Like I remember, like zany social justice feminist types, right? You'd see this shit online. You'd go tell your friends about how fucking crazy these people are, and they'd just say, "Oh, that's just weird internet shit." Then a couple years later, it's everywhere. And then now what do we see? I mean, like, then we saw like, the edgy boy, like, it's just a meme, bro, but seriously, we should gas all the Jews kind of shit. Oh, it's just zany internet shit. Oh, fuck, now they're in the real world again. Like, what are we seeing now that we should expect to be horrified by in a year's time, do you think?
Exactly.
Bad jokes.
Well, those are superfluous. Those are everywhere. You can't get away from those.
Yeah.
I like Bill Burr a lot, and I watch a lot of stand-up comedians as well. I try to search for new specials for a lot of them that are my favorites, but they don't pump them out a lot. Like maybe once a year a new special come out. I like Elijah Schlesinger. I like
Well,
Bill Burr.
well, you know
love
how
Louis
those.
Black.
Well, you know how those work, though, right? I mean,
Mickey, do you understand how hard it is to write an hour-long comedy
Yeah.
set?
Well, think
I
of
mean, I can understand
no,
that.
it's actually more than that. So like, let's think over like the last year or so, like with all of the Louis C.K. news, right? And so
Right.
we get what they call leaked audio from like stand-up sets in these, like, he's usually playing like these tiny little clubs, right? Like when you get these, anytime you hear a comedian being, canceled for some fucking horrible statement that's so insensitive, it's almost always the same thing. It's that somebody recorded a set that they were doing in some little club. But what people don't understand is that for those big time Netflix, HBO special style comics, all of that club work, that's just working out a set. They'll spend a year or more. Yeah. They'll write a shit ton of jokes, and then they'll go and let those jokes bomb at little clubs where no one gives a shit, and most of the people are just happy to be seeing some celebrity comic. And then they'll weed that material out, and that's how they build their set.
Yeah, we talked about that Louis C.K. leaked set that happened a bit ago. We talked about that on the pre-show. It's like episode 60 something, whatever. But like I was really pissed off that somebody recorded a set and released it because he was working on material.
Yeah, that's.
But I was also really happy that it was released because I'd like to know that Louis C.K.'s back.
Yeah, well, not just that. I mean, I'll be like the jokes that offended people last time about the.
I had really mixed feelings, and there were mundane jokes that offended people. It was garbage.
Well, like, I mean, I thought it was. I thought they were clever, because I've been trying for a while now to write my own set that I was gonna just bring to like. I mean, it's Manchester, so honestly, I'm really not afraid of bombing in Manchester at all because nobody here is clever in the slightest anyway, and also, even just to be able to say to myself, like, I bombed in Manchester, it's like, well, the FBI will never catch me. Well, but like, the Louis jokes about how, the survivors of school shootings, it's like the joke that doesn't make you interesting. Yeah, it's like that doesn't make you interesting. Like that's. It's like I can picture him thinking that, and I'm like chuckling to himself. Like that's kind of clever.
Yeah, it's a fun thing. Like I don't like people that I know to be there when I do my stand up, but when I'm gonna do some racial jokes, I like my black friend to be in the crowd to tell everybody it's okay.
Fucking
the only black guy there.
Yeah, he's there from. Yeah, he's like, this is my ethnic. This is my ethnic moral support right here. I hope y'all focus on him, and if you're offended, realize that he was the one who told me it was okay. So ultimately, it's his fault because if there's one thing I've learned as a white guy, it's how to shift blame.
I want to ask you guys about the Louis C.K. thing, though, because I was under the impression that his reputation was put in question for some weird sex thing.
Well, no, hang on, that doesn't put his. All right, here's the thing: the sex thing was a couple female comics who joined him after a show were like hanging out with him in his room, and then he asked them if he could beat off in front of them. I'm guessing they probably didn't think he was serious, and then he just whipped it out and started masturbating pathetically in front of them. The thing is, though, is that doesn't ruin Louis C.K.'s reputation, because if you've ever caught any of his comedy, his entire bit, his shtick, is based around his real personality, which is a sexually frustrated, crazy, awkward, aging white dude. Who's he's a really sad guy.
I wasn't personally offended.
Not just a white dude, he's a ginger.
That's true. Oh, that's even worse.
Right.
Basically, like,
I
yeah.
wasn't personally offended by that, and I kind of, this is around the time when all of these stories start surfacing about some of my favorite celebrities, and like the Kevin
No,
Spacey thing, like it was just like
Kevin Spacey's a very different situation.
Yeah,
Than,
Right.
than Louis C.K. Like Louis C.K. He asked for permission to jerk off in front of these women. They could have left anytime. They felt like, but where the controversy came was because he's such a big comedian. They felt like they couldn't leave. But that's on
them.
Personally, I think that's on them.
Yeah, agreed. Ben's
Kevin
right. Ben's in the chat.
Says it's not really drunk underage children.
Not children, but underage performers, stage performers.
Teens?
Yeah. That's not children, those are teens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like, kid was like 16 or 17, and they were in some, like, production together. And now, part of the thing, like, I learned this back in, like, the criminal justice school and stuff, but certain statutes for sexual assault, for instance, take leveraging authority or positions of power. Hey, kid.
Night, Dad.
Oh, you going to bed?
Oh.
Oh, well, good night, my loves. Can I have a hug? We're just talking about how weird comedians are. They're terrible people. Good to be friends with, don't ever get involved with.
Alright.
You going to bed?
Yeah.
You brushed?
Yeah.
Well, you've been in jammies all day, so that works.
Good
night, kiddo.
Comparing Louis C.K. to Kevin Spacey is way off the fucking mark.
Yeah, it's a stretch.
I mean,
that's like
I've
like comparing Kevin Hart to Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like the guy is a lifelong freaking piece of shit rapist. I get it. It's just one of those things where I've had discussions with people that
wouldn't call Kevin Spacey a rapist.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey. I mean, right now Kevin Spacey's going around Epsteining people left and right. So, yeah, and by the way, let that be a new thing in 2020, guys. That's right, questionable suicide, they got Epsteined. Because, that meme's never going to fucking die, so we might as well do something fun with it.
No, it's not. Yeah, well, it's like Alex Jones said. Epstein is like Christmas lights; they don't hang themselves.
Well, I have a friend. She recently a friend. No, I've actually.
Oh shit.
Well,
I
got a friend of mine. She's she is a diehard right-wing Trump cultist type, right? Like anything Trump says or does is correct and perfect, and et cetera, et cetera.
Wait,
was she recently?
Are you telling me you can be friends with people from another side?
Weird, right? Yeah. I mean, granted, we might have slept together a lot, but that's aside from the point.
That's irrelevant.
Well, no, I mean, so she was living in D.C. and she recently moved out of D.C. because I remember even when she moved there, I was telling her, I'm like, that's a terrible city. She's like, no, it's great. I'm like, yep, it's going to be great for about 20 minutes. Then you're going to hate your life. Well, before she moved, she ordered like 1,000 or more like little stickers that say Epstein didn't kill himself. And she just literally, because she's a runner, she ran around D.C. just slapping those on every conceivable surface she could find. And she's like, this is great. I'm like, no, it's not. This meme has already been around for like 2 fucking months at this point. So can we stop?
Yeah, you're late.
Yeah, it's like you're late to this. Not just you're late to it, but it's like, let's not do this. Come on. We both hung out back during Gamergate. We know how quickly this shit sours. All right, go have fun. Have fun. And right now, yeah, DC is covered in Epstein didn't kill himself stickers, which no one should be surprised by. It's good friend. But
that's a good meme. I like that meme.
Ugh, really?
Yeah, I kind of do. It's catchy.
Yeah,
Well,
it tends to hang around for a while, and no one knows how it got there.
It's endless dad jokes, as you can see.
Oh no! See, that's the thing.
No. It hangs around and nobody notices.
Yeah, no. See, that's my thing. Is like I'm making 2020 the year of the anti-meme because I think that the remedy to shitty memes that never die are dad jokes that you keep telling.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten
Then,
really
like,
good
he
at
got
those.
Clintoned the fuck. She
Okay.
didn't do it. Never mind.
Well, the thing is, I mean, memes.
But,
Memes are fun, but the problem is like what really fucking, and this is another one of those like pipeline issues, where things, you know, where people on, especially people on the internet. Let's be honest, the internet. One of the biggest problems with the internet, and I'll even include myself with this, is that it gives fucking useless, stupid, irrelevant people, a sense that they matter in the world through memes. And you hear these people like, we memed a president in the office. No, you fucking didn't. Please, can you stop saying that? That is not remotely true. And you being this kind of like, and you pushing this retarded fad forward makes it even worse. And so, and this whole notion of like, meme magic is real, guys. No, it's fucking not. It's kind of like QAnon. You know, it's like a scattergun, like, hey, maybe if we, if we pay attention to enough shit, we can make connections that don't exist and say, haha, I did that.
To be fair, I think a conspiracy theory belongs as a meme to me, because it really just turned a conspiracy theory into something that is funny and kind of catchy. Like, I don't. Well, I don't know. I think they took it back essentially. Like, the idea that he didn't kill himself. I mean, obviously he didn't. Duh. But honestly, it's a subject matter that people, I think, should make a little bit more lighthearted instead of taking it serious.
I'm all about I like that side. What I'm saying on the inverse though is that like there are a lot of people out there who genuinely, in the same way, I saw a tweet earlier that said, can 2020 be the year in which like novelty theme Twitter accounts who decide to start podcasts can finally fucking die? And that would be fucking great, but that's the whole point of the thing, though, is that, like, you know, there are people out there who think memes mean more than just, you know, spreading jokes and conveying funny ideas. They think, like, oh, this is the new way we communicate. If that's the new way you communicate, fuck me. Like, you know, you should have never bothered learning to read in the first place. Because memes, the other thing that people don't understand is when they go too far. Keep in mind, dude, you're talking to the guy who actually named Kekistan. Look at how look at where that fucking shit went.
Well, also, you keep in mind 2019 is also the year of Uganda Knuckles.
Yeah, it's like some retarded shit someone finds in like VR chat suddenly becomes like a cultural icon, and then everyone like periodically when things don't go their way is like, how did the world get so fucking stupid? Well, that's how it happened. You know?
No, the world's always been stupid.
Well, the world's always been stupid. It's like, you know, well, I mean, I saw yesterday, like, Paul Joseph Watson was tweeting, like, here is my video about how the 2019 was the stupidest year in human history. And I'm like, well, dude, you've got over 1 million subscribers, so I'm tempted to agree, yes, this is a very, very stupid time in history, clearly. But then, like, to the ranting Griffin tried to say, do you have an argument against that? And it's like, the debate me crowd. Here we go. And I like to, but it's like, no, you know what? Like, we can like we can scour the internet and find really retarded news stories. I do that for a living on this show. But, you know, we don't have people en masse worshiping stone statues, hoping that if they ask it nicely enough, that the weather will get better. We don't have that. Not at the same, you know, not in the same.
Well, I mean, it's exactly the same as my argument for that I'm God. I think, therefore I am. God said I am. That's Old Testament. You can respect that as a Jew. And then, so I am, therefore I am God. Done. My argument's set. I'm God.
Yeah, I see what it's. I mean, this is where we come. This, you know, I have, you know, I want more, you know, I want more Zizek. Let's say that. I want more Zizek this year. I want 2020 less Jordan Peterson, more Zizek, please. You know, not because I even particularly agree with the guy. I just like the idea of like a slovenly guy who stopped trying a long time ago, trying to like convey principles as deep as Jordan Peterson pretends his lobster analogies are, to be like the guiding voice in public philosophy. And given the way the internet works, doesn't matter what he says, people will just say, "Oh, you know what? I should just shop at Goodwill and not shower anymore. That'll make me an intellectual." Fucking why not? Yeah, no, that's the path of the future.
Jesus. I'll also have to address the chat. Ben, if you're gonna create a hashtag, post it on Twitter. Make sure you tag me in it though.
Yeah, hashtags don't work quite as well on Twitch. Just saying. I mean, you know, me. It's, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, it's like Harry Potter or the Force. You know, all kinds of magic have their limitations and rules, and well, you know,
there's a lot of people saying that I'm not their god, godfuck.
Yeah, so you know what's gonna happen is like you gotta push that meme forward, right? And then what happens is you can Rimshi can lead a reform movement. And basically, like, you know, so you can be like the Catholic Church with, like, you know, the Crusades and the child rape, and then Rimshi can be like the Mormon Church with, you know, the farmhouse battles and the child rape. It's great because religion, it always goes back to child rape.
Nick, I already started a cult. You and I have talked about this before. You're a high priest.
No, for fuck's sake, no, I don't recall this.
No,
but then again, that's the way
no.
most religion works.
Nick is our god. Nick is our god. Lord Bezos is our no. He pays all of us, right?
No.
I work for Amazon.
Bezos is your god, and I am his prophet. Basically, so if
Yes.
Jables is Catholicism and Rimshi is Mormonism, I am basically the internet version of Islam.
Okay. But Islam, no, man, I don't want to wear those stupid things covering my face.
Listen, no, I mean, you're really going to have to, especially once this show gets sponsored by Hefty Bags. Hefty Bags, the easiest way to dispose of lawn waste and to keep your women where they fucking belong. All right, Mickey, I got a bit of a pile up in the waiting room, and I'm past schedule, but I'm gonna keep going for a bit. Mickey, tell us a little bit about your New Year's, and tell us what your hopes are for New Year, and anything you want to put out into the world there and regret later on. Go for it.
Okay, so well, my New Year's was nice. It was just relaxing beyond the war zone outside my window. And I enjoyed a cocktail or two and did some laundry and got some sleep, and it was good. What I want to first, let me clear up one thing. I was not referring to Kevin Spacey when I said piece of shit rapist. I was talking about. I was referring to Bill Cosby. Anyway.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Cosby.
Different Bill.
different subject matter altogether. I have a hard time separating the artist from the art, and it is difficult for me. But I'm trying to get to that place because honestly, I am entertained by a lot of people that aren't so awesome, and it is what it is. And what I wanted to jump on the show tonight to tell Nick that I finished the first chapter of his book, and I got something from it that I wanted to share with you because I have to agree with you. I think that the first chapter talks about people being the problem.
Gotta look it up real quick. Hold on. Oh yeah, that chapter, of course.
Yeah. First chapter is people are the problem.
Yeah, and people are the problem.
They are, and I think there was something in there that you mentioned that I wanted to share that I kind of caught on to and agree with, and damn it if it doesn't frickin' escape my mind right now, because I feel like I'm on the spot. So anyway, damn it. Oh, what was it? What was it? Shit. Yes, Ben, I read the chapter. Okay, you don't understand. I'm far too important and busy to sit down and pencil in time to read. Okay.
And that is also the fun thing about reading an essay collection, is it's not like, you need to like, fuck, what happened in the last chapter? It's been a couple days or like a week since I picked the book up. It's been on my nightstand. I read it before bed. What happened in the last one? You don't need a refresher, because it's just me whinging. Yeah, see, Ben, he reads it on the toilet. So, like, he's reading my shit posts while he posts his shit in the toilet. Something of that nature. Now,
Stocking the lake with fresh trout.
I'll give you, like, and here's the thing that my editor actually, because you can't remember your point, but something that might, like, just something to think about as you keep going forward, right? I liked, like, my plan with it, as I was writing it and rewriting it, was to add one, to kind of add a bit of the, the sort of, it brings itself back around, sort of like the latter half of the book is a sort of inverse reflection of the former. And the initial chapter, the first chapter, is the problem is people, and it talks about how, well, people are fucking stupid, and they make all the problems in the world, and we all know this. There's no way around that. And then the solution, the solution is God, and the idea that people need something to latch onto and cling onto in order to help them justify and explain. And then at the end of the book, it was going to be that the solution is people and that the problem is God, because those who look to ready-made solutions that are produced by other people are the ones typically who create the problems by virtue of not thinking critically and instead just latching on to something. Oh, no, Ben, don't worry about this. Isn't spoilers specifically because none of this made it in the book.
No.
My editor was like, no, you're not doing that. No. So.
No, well, it's heavily implied in the book. Spoiler alert, I've read your book, Nick.
I remembered the point I was going to make. Yay. See, Ben, Nick, you're awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so the point I was going to make was that I had a session with my therapist today, and we were discussing things like people don't know what to do with other people that are honest and take responsibility for themselves. They don't know what to do with the truth half the time, and it's easy for us to essentially hide under a rock and believe what we want to believe, because nobody knows what to do with the truth, and nobody knows what to do with tragedy, and everything has to have a freaking explanation. The fear of the unknown is probably something that every human being can relate to, and in the wake of like our political climate right now, with President Trump being called upon to being impeached by the House, is a good example of that, because
impeachment is purely just an accusation. It's
hold on, Gable, hold on. Hang on, this is Mickey's final statement here, because then we got to move on, and I also have something really fun to show everyone in just a moment before we move on to another guest.
What I'm saying is, people fear the unknown, and they don't understand that it's an ugly thing what's going on in our lives right now, and it's a big deal. And regardless of what is done with that information, I think that it is hard for human beings to feel a sense of powerlessness and not being able to explain something, and hard for someone to accept that there is evil in this world. And it is unfortunate, because the more we are aware of bad people existing and just doing fucked up things for no reason, the more we can get past it and move forward and live our lives without living in fear and living in anger and hatred. We just have to. We got to deal with it. We got to talk about it.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty solid take, and I'm glad you extrapolated that much. Also from the first chapter of my book, which also you guys can all buy on Amazon. But
I want to buy it for my yeah.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, and also
I've read it.
Yeah, and anybody also, I like after that, I pity anybody who tries to follow up their final thoughts with that and be like, I got nothing. That was a lot. There's a cat video here. I'll link it to you. So,
I'm sorry,
Mickey.
guys.
No, it's fine. You have so I really want to actually show you guys this next thing though. So Mickey, actually, and it kind of works with that because this is about accepting like the nature of the world, and this is also a refresher, bringing it back to how awful Manchester is. So Mickey, I'm going to dump you back into the waiting room, and I want you to go back to the stream and watch what I'm about to show you before I bring the next guest on. So happy 2020. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for sticking with the show, and we will talk again soon.
All right, love you, Nick. Love you, Jabbles.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, Mickey.
All right, so this is, y'all hear me talk about how fucking trashy Manchester is, and I doubt anyone at this point doesn't believe me, but I just found this lovely thing on Facebook. Let's take a little look at what it is that New Year's Eve in Manchester tends to look like. This is at a place that I sometimes I go and I enjoy a drink here, but yeah. Uh-oh.
Nick,
Yes, Jables.
Should I teach you how to screen share through Discord?
Oh, no,
even when we're in a voice chat like this.
Oh, it's fine. I'm playing it on the stream, and the audience is the important people.
Yeah, well.
Is it fucking worth it, dude? Is it fucking worth it? Piece of shit. Let's go. Is it fucking worth it?
You want to fuck with my boy? Oh, yes. Oh, memes of destruction. Yes, this is Elm Street, not just Elm Street. This is McGavies. Oh, no. This I'm guessing this probably happened last night. This is McGavies.
Okay.
Fucking. Oh, yeah. No, this is like one of the few places that is actually worse than the place I tend to drink. Because honestly, like, it's not like there's a choice between good places and bad places. They're all fucking horrible. Everything in this town is awful.
Got 5 dudes on you, piece of shit.
1 second, let me address the chat real quick. Trout, I have a second monitor. Nick doesn't send me links.
Oh, I figured you were just watching I figured you were watching the stream too.
No, I'm watching the stream. That's fine. I'm just on a delay.
There you go. No, you're watching it along with everybody else. That's fine. It's good.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to call Ben out because he's been a dick to me all night, saying God and whatnot.
Ah, Manch Vegas.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Can you guys call an ambulance right now? Can you get someone in there to call him an ambulance? You just get...
You gotta love it too, because after the guy gets stomped in his head, he's like, I'm gonna get my watch back on.
Smashed his head wide open. Knock the fuck away.
All that fucking blood on the ground.
Let's go just over here first. Yikes.
Oh, man, Afghanistan.
Seems a lot like Spokane.
Oh, illegal headlock.
Debatable.
And and now the guy. See, so what we saw was the staff of McGarvey's on Elm Street, stomping a guy's head on the ground after he got attacked. What looked like he got attacked by another guy. Then after that guy was getting together, that dude the staff member who stomped on his head, got into an altercation, and it seemed like he attacked this guy. And then when this guy fought back, now the police are arresting him, because if you have a staff shirt on in Manchester, that means unless video surfaces that whoops, oh shit, video surfaced. Ah, fuck, you fuck now, brah, you fuck now, brah. That's right, rough him up, fuck him up.
Bouncers. I'm friends with a lot of bartenders and bouncers in my area, and they all tell me you should leave now.
No, the only here's the thing about Manchester,
and I'm like, okay, I'll take their word for it.
Manchester bars hire one of two types of bouncer. Either A, they hire like MMA, sometimes competitive MMA fighters who are the best bouncers because they also learn discipline, typically. And then the rest of them, they're just. Then the other bouncers they tend to hire are just bruisers, just brutes who they know will like, I love fucking dudes up. It's my favorite fucking thing in the world. And yeah, so let's see how this plays out. All right, see, he's under arrest.
Nick, I need to teach you about screen sharing.
And it's probably continuing. Even with police there. Oh, I know that guy. Not personally, but...
Oh, that's nice, booty.
Yeah, it's probably got fucking all kinds of STDs attached to it.
Well, yeah, it's New Hampshire.
Ah, look at all that blood. Ah, look at that blood. It's the sign of the fucking season in Manchganistan, y'all.
Yeah. No, Nick, I'm an award-winning wrestler. In case people didn't know.
Did y'all catch that though? Look at all that. See, you can tell this is one of the you can tell this is one of the Not just that. Hang on. Shush. Stop. You're not You're missing my point. You can tell this is one of the classy joints in New Hampshire, in Manchester, because there's a brand name Marlboros and Newport packs in there, and not L&M or Sierras, which is the go-to cigarette in this lovely, lovely town.
Better than GC's.
Oh, it's popular too.
But I respect that dude. He put a cigarette.
Oh, look,
this
guy now is. No, that's what I do. Fuck this place. No, this guy though, he's still now. He's getting into it with the cop. Yep, fight him. That is a Fit Club member. He wants a high five. Give him a high five, bro. Make peace with a high five, bro.
Hey, camera, pan over. There we go.
Ah.
No, everybody around there looks ready to fucking fight.
The thing is, this isn't special for New Year's. That's the thing you need to remember, though, is that this is an average Friday night, really. You want to watch it again? Oh, yeah. And this is also how fucking skilled with technology the people running the Facebook posts are. They're like, okay, wait a second, bro. Listen, all right. I'm going to replay the replay of the replay on this shit, and then I'm going to scroll around and see what the Instagram likes and dislikes was, because that's just good fun. That's good fun stuff, bruh. That's good stuff. Yeah, I mean, this is like, what was it, like 2 weeks ago? Like 2 weeks ago, I found a dude on on like the sidewalk, a block up from where this happened, who had been stabbed, a couple times, and and then like surprise, fucking surprise, the guy who did the stabbing. Do you want to guess what kind of facial hair he had? You want to guess? That's right, chin strap, fucking goatee, but the goatee was good and long. Oh yeah, chin strap goatee.
Very good.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's. I'm gonna roll. What was your impression of that? Do you want to move here yet?
Do you want to move here yet?
Yeah, you want to move to Manchester? It's a great city. It's a great town. It's a great place to be. It's the best place to be. You don't want to.
No, I'm pretty good. I want everybody to move to the West Coast.
Okay, for some reason why is this not working all of a sudden? Random number generator.
I can do that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just trying to see if I can get the fucking random number generator working so I can actually roll. But it's not. Apparently Google's random number generator is down like a fucking Frosty machine. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Do you want me to just pull some random person in? I can do that.
Hold on. Nope, I got it. All right. Memes of Destruction is in next.
Yeah, that's who I was going to pull in anyways.
Yeah. No, I mean, he actually won the role. So I had to go to random.org to get this because apparently Google can't handle a fucking random number generator. That's good.
That's why you need an app.
Yeah, it's like...
Hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah, dude. Do you want to develop an app?
I think they already have an app of that.
Oh no, I'm sure. I was Rick and how you doing, homie?
Right
How you doing?
I'm doing, man. I'm doing. Oh, you sound kind of black-pilled, man. It's just you're hating on Manch Vegas. You're hating on New Hampshire. There's a lot of good people in New Hampshire and Manch Vegas.
No, there's not. No, there's fucking not. Where the fuck do you get that? Where the fuck did you?
I worked there for 4.5 years.
One of those
people in Manch Vegas, and that's
one of
Nick
those
and Quinn.
One of those, he's not lying though. I mean, the other day I was outside having a fucking smoke outside of my favorite fucking nightclub, fucking Panucci's there, and this guy rolls up and says, "Yo, man, I got some spice," and he wanted to sell me spice. That was nice of him. That was really thoughtful, saying like, "Hey, this guy, it looks like he hasn't destroyed himself enough yet. Let's get through this, yeah."
Wait, was he from like The Last Jedi or something? Because I thought they had spice traders in that. Or maybe the new movie.
Why didn't I ever make that fucking connection with Star Wars? Yeah, no, it's like, hey man, you want to get some K2? I got some K2, brah. I got some K2.
Wait, so are you smuggling kyber crystals?
I gotta sell all my drugs. I just saw the last Star Wars movie, and I gotta kill myself. So let me sell all this first.
Is it really that bad? I mean,
I'm a fucking listen, bro. I'm a product of West High School, okay? So like when I went and saw the Star Wars prequels,
oh, you went to West. Okay.
Just hearing fucking no, I didn't go to West. I went to Londonderry. Okay. But just hearing you and McGregor tell me that I don't want to sell drugs anymore and rethink my life. Like I'm open to suggestion to a frightening degree, bro. And Ewan McGregor, that's my jam. So yeah, that's when I turned my life around. Right up until I left the theater, and then I went back to selling fentanyl to homeless
Is this
people.
what the guy told you?
No, I just read his mind.
Oh, he must have like ESPN or something.
No, I've off and on.
You can get it with Disney Plus.
I have lived in this town off and on for the last 15 years now, and I've watched it get worse. It's bad. Like
no, dude. When I met ex Mrs. Meme, she actually lived on Lowell Street, which was interesting because I was from Lowell working there, and dude, when we were there, dude, it was probably about 3 weeks of me visiting her place before she pretty much started to move in, and like there were at least 2 or 3 times where they were pretty much removing bodies from the neighbors.
Well, actually. Yeah, well, so that video we watched at McGarvey's, then you will know, is literally right on the corner of Lowell, more or less on the corner of Lowell and Elm Street. Yeah,
I think I was there. I don't think my experience was as bad as that was.
Yeah, I mean, I live like where what we just saw that video we just watched. I live 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks from there, and yeah, oh boy, it's I mean no, it's a regular fucking thing. The place on the corner of Panucci's, which is like slightly better than McGarvey's there. Oh yeah, no, that's like when I said dude gets stabbed in the neck. There was a shooting up the street at the Red Arrow, a double shooting last week.
Yeah. No, dude, it is a mill city. It has come a long way because, like, being from a mill city myself, it's come a long way. But then again, there was, I think, this past year where I had to reach the point of stopping lying to myself. It's like, wow, there are a lot of cars backfiring, and then I hear it 10 times in a row.
You say I'm from a mill city. It's
Yeah,
like
that-
just
that-
tell me you're
that's
from
what
just
we
tell
call
me you're from
revenge.
Worcester. Tell me you're from
No.
Worcester and tell me you
No,
come from Worcester.
dude, I'm a Lowell kid, born and raised.
Oh, okay, all right. You know who is actually from Worcester?
Who's that?
Vernaculus.
Is that where he's
Yeah,
really
that's right.
from?
Yeah, Vernaculus is legit from Worcester, and if you know anything about Worcester, you would
that's
never
what fucked up his
believe
eye.
that.
The Plastic City.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, this is the problem. I mean, Manchester right now, it wants to force a renaissance on itself by gentrifying all the poor people out, but the poor people have nowhere to go because Goffstown, Hooksett, Candia, Londonderry,
Well,
Litchfield,
exactly,
even
where are they
fucking
gonna go?
Nashua. Yeah, no, all of those places actually sort of they almost seem to coordinate, but they intentionally spike their rents to make sure that none of the people who live here can afford to move out. And so what
That's-
ends up happening is people increasingly end up doubling and tripling up in apartments. Because, like, the average price of a 2-bedroom apartment in Manchganistan right now is around $1,300 to $1,500 with nothing included. And the average,
That's
because
cheap
there's
as fuck.
not when you consider, like,
Everything's
most of these-
relative in this country.
Yeah, when you consider, like...
compared to where I'm at, yeah, that's cheap as fuck.
Yeah,
Cali?
you also... Yeah, no, he lives in the Pacific
Seattle.
Northwest.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, this is the other thing, though, is Seattle is something of a destination. It's a place that people want to live. Manchester likes to pretend like they just recently tore down a whole bunch of shit and they're building new hotels here, even though there is no reason to come here. There is no reason anyone would actually need a hotel room outside of the primary.
Nick, to be fair, there is one reason why I want to go to Manchester.
To watch the
I want to buy you a drink.
Yeah, we could go to McGarvey's, dude. You're an award-winning wrestler. You can show off. It'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's fight. I don't give a shit.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
but that's the
on a
part of the
serious
problem.
note,
though.
I am gonna go to Manchester, and I'm gonna buy you a drink.
Fuck.
And
Why
I
bother?
want you to
No,
autograph
actually,
the used book
Jables,
that I bought.
Jables. Instead, just travel to Boston because that'll give me a really good excuse to travel to Boston. Because Boston is like
that's
a rude.
perfect.
Yeah, Boston's a bit of a rude shithole, but it's a destination shithole. Whereas like Manchester is not.
I was planning on going to Manchester, then to Boston, because I want to visit some comedy clubs there.
It's
So,
decent
it's perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's the sad thing too. New England can produce half decent comedy, but you take it. It's like Bill Burr shit. It's it's cynical and oh my god, doesn't the world fucking suck? And that can produce good comedy. And then you come to Manchester and you check out we got what is it? Nick LaValle. Yeah, Nick LaValle. He was kind of funny, and then he got sober.
Was he the dude that parodied Empire State of Mind to Granite State of Mind?
No, he wasn't the one that did that, but he was on Last Comic Standing, and now he runs downtown. Yeah, he runs the downtown comedy scene. And thank you, just this guy, man. That's actually the first and only tip I got tonight. 220. Happy New Year. Well, you know the rest. Thank you, homie. But yeah, you would think that a depressed place with a bunch of alcoholics would produce better comedy, but it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Like, you want to see what it produces, you go look at Murphy's.
It only seems like it produces better comedy because those are the ones that shine out. There's a bunch of shitty comedy there.
Well, there's comedy. It may just not be up on stage all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I mean,
well, I get people all the fucking time. Like, I mean, when I'm like really cynical and I'll go out and like drink, I'll have like a couple whiskeys and I'll just start like cracking jokes about how awful this place is to whoever's around. And they're like, dude, why don't you go down to fucking Chasky in there? Go down to the fucking Radisson, bro. Fucking do the open mic, bro. You're a funny guy, man. You're a funny guy. And just because I'm like, why? Because I'm trying to not cry and kill myself and instead get drunk.
Yeah. No, that's what makes it hilarious.
That is comedy. Well, I mean, that is comedy.
That's exactly why. Like I've had people ask me, why did you decide to do start doing stand up and like do podcasts and things like that? And it's like, well, it was either that or kill myself. And trust me, killing yourself is very boring if you don't want to make a mess.
Suicide is also a very, very serious topic, and we must confirm that we were talking allegedly in Minecraft.
Oh no! I'm talking truth. I tried to hang myself in August.
I'm sorry.
So, don't be sorry. I'm past it now. We're good. That's like, I'm able to make jokes about it now. We're fine.
It's like,
you gotta have lows to have highs.
Yeah, it gave me, it gave him an entirely gave him an entirely new reason though to feel depressed, because it's like, oh well, why the fuck? How do I fuck up hanging myself? Oh wait, I used a beach towel. That was a mistake. That was my first mistake. All right, next time. Wait, no, next time. No, I'm just gonna dwell on the fact that I failed at that too.
Yeah.
Then you can move to Manchester. You'll fit right in.
I literally stopped hanging myself because it was too boring hanging there.
All right, here we go. Actually, all right. So, all right. Well, memes of destruction. All right, I'm gonna put it up. It's gonna take you a minute because you're gonna be on a delay. But if you look at this is right outside of the world famous Red Arrow. That's the world famous Red Arrow. They got little plaques. That's right on Lowell Street, by the way. A bunch of plaques all over where Adam Sandler and a bunch of celebrities say, "Oh, look at all that blood! Look at all that blood!" And this is on the 21st.
Yeah. I had a place that I had helped out at the door before, and after I had stopped working there, somebody had gotten stabbed right outside. Yeah.
This was a shooting, and and you know what they were shooting each other over?
Oh,
an argument over the bill.
Do we need to re-legalize dueling?
I'm honestly, like, I'm about to suggest we just institute a New Hampshire wide purge night. I'm okay with that.
Oh no, no, too many victims.
No. It's the thing. It's like, it's
I realize. My mind has gone to similar places. No. We live in a civilized society now.
That's the thing. It's a Thanos style solution because a purge is dispassionate and fair.
Well, the opposite of that is, I think it was either Virginia or somewhere. What was it? A local town. They had a high crime rate. They passed a local ordinance. Everyone over the age of 18 needs to at least be registered for a firearm or have their license to carry. And I think they paid for it. Crime plunged in that place. I mean, if all of a sudden you are putting a lot more firearms out there, it has been argued by my conservative friends, you will see a lot of bloodshed. It will die down quickly. I've heard that. I'm like,
not here.
You can't have folks getting caught in crossfire. That's why I'm like, if it was sanctioned, if folks really do want to kill each other, they're consenting adults. I mean,
that's fine.
That's actually a really fun thing about the state that I live in. Washington State is a mutual combat state. So if two people agree to fight, as long as they don't destroy any property, they can just fight.
Not deadly combat. Then... You can have sanctions. No, because I looked up this dueling. You can't use deadly weapons.
No, you cannot use weapons. It has to be fisticuffs.
Yeah, that takes all the fun out of it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
yeah, everyone.
I don't know.
But I like
think it makes it more real.
I like how this all started out though with just like, dude, you're sounding pretty black-pilled these days. You fucking thing.
Oh, things tend to come full circle.
Yeah, or just move back. See, here's the thing. Like, I lived in New Orleans, where it's technically more violent because there's more people, but it makes up for it in that it has, there's a culture there. This is what really kills me. It's like, you can take the most violent cities in America, they still have some redeeming qualities. Manchester does not have these. Manchester does not have these at all. Manchester is a grimy, depressed place, which I believe Hunter Thompson said should have died in the 19th centuries when the mills went away. I completely fucking agree. Like this town is a wreck. Like the most.
Does it have
scenic,
a direction?
The most scenic place in the entire city is what you call Rock Rimmon. And it's like a scenic overlook, but when you go up there, like, you need to wear steel-soled boots, otherwise the broken fucking Mad Dog bottles and the used hypos will get ya. And then you get to share bloodborne diseases with strangers.
I had to caution ex-Mrs. Means when she went outside because she liked to walk outside with bare feet. I'm like, don't walk outside here without shoes. She's like, it's fine. I'm like, no.
It's I don't know. It's miserable and like, whoa, oh my god, that fucking guy. He's a hero. PR bail. Yeah, that's the new thing too. We had the much vaunted bail reform here, which means that, like, if you get arrested for almost anything, you will you will get out on PR bail right away, and then they'll and then they go and commit again, and then they get out on PR again. And we've had like stories of people getting arrested 2 to 3 times a day for like, oh, I'm breaking into cars, now I'm caught with fucking fentanyl, now I'm starting a fucking fight with a homeless person. And they're just like, okay, PR bail, boom, you're out.
I can see that, like, if all of a sudden, like, let's say you're out, you're drinking, you do something stupid or something, you get thrown in the can. If you could get out and still go to work, maybe you don't lose your job and you can actually pay for your legal bills. Like, I get that, but as soon as you keep having a violent history, it's like, probably should take a look at that. It's noticing a pattern.
Yeah, we might call it, as we call that on the internet, that's problematic behavior right there.
Exactly.
And then to think, Hampton Beach. Have you ever been to Hampton Beach, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember at one point MTV, they were talking about establishing a second Jersey Shore there. As soon as Jersey Shore got renewed for more than one season, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on? Something's wrong here.
Yep. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Manchester, like, just to give you one more instance, one more example of what this place is like. Cops was gonna do a show here. They were gonna do their ride-alongs and film Manchester. The police department were all excited because, like, you're a New Hampshire cop and now you get to be on fucking TV. Wow. They loved it. The city shot it down because they did not want the rest of the country seeing what Manchester is really like, because they're really trying to rebrand as a destination city.
But what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That can't be the reason.
Well, it's live PD nowadays.
Dude, here's the thing. Okay, if you have a problem, trying to pretend like there's no problem isn't really going to help you solve the problem. If folks actually see how things are, then it's like, oh, there's issues here. Let's address them. What's stopping
Here we go.
us?
No, here we go. Actually, it's I'm going to put it up on screen. This is from WMUR, which is our local TV station. Manchester police are pulling the plug on cops. The reality TV show started filming in the Queen City last week. Police Chief Nick Willard said he's stopping the shoot because it may cast Manchester in a negative light. While some business owners are applauding the decision, it isn't sitting well with everybody. It kind of made me scared, made me startled, said DJ Coleman. Me and my family both. After Cops started filming in Manchester last week, people reacted strongly to the show's cruise in the Queen City. Kind of caught me by surprise, the reaction to it, Willard said. Willard said that when production company asked to profile his police officers, he was initially enthusiastic. I believe the Manchester police officers bravely and courageously do their job with such professionalism that I thought it was an excellent opportunity to show what American law enforcement is like in our society. All past tense, he said. Cops has followed officers in 140 different cities, but he said business owners in the cities and city leaders opposed the plan. I didn't necessarily look at it from the prism of that it's going to be in the hands of a production company, insofar as they want to show we're doing our job and how it reflects on the city of Manchester. Now, no footage shot in Manchester will air on cops. While some wish the documentary TV show would shine a light on Manchester's issues, others think it would have created more crime. That's right, because you know those fucking migrating criminals, they're always looking for a new spot. And they're saying, "Oh, I watch Cops, and you know what? I never knew fucking Tuscaloosa was such an wide open market. I'm gonna go there now." And that's So now they're not going to do it. I'm a little disappointed.
Little fun fact about me: I'm actually on an episode of Cops from 2002.
Good for you.
Now, was it a positive experience?
It was fine.
He got to be on TV. Of course it was.
Yeah. I got credits.
Let's see. Let's see.
Nick knows how important that is. I got credits.
That's
whoever
true.
all right, I don't even. Oh yeah, DJ Coleman, whoever the fuck that is. When it comes to like canceling a shoot, well, I definitely support it. Coleman said of canceling a shoot. I feel as though if he had not made that decision, I feel as though all the crazies would have come out and the whole city would have pretty much blown up in flames. You got to
what?
This is so. Yeah, I'm not, I'm not bullshitting. Like they actually canceled the shoot.
I
want to
go out of my way to go to jail because I may be on national TV.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, when I love how like you had that doubt. You were like, nah, that can't be fucking true. And it's like, nope, it's absolutely true. They canceled shooting cops here because this place is just too fucking awful.
Yep.
It's very sad.
Because they want to show cops being good.
How fucking great is that?
At some point in time.
Well, here's the thing, man. It's like sometimes you just gotta brush off vanity and show reality.
No, but I mean, how are we going to attract hot tech sector jobs down to the milliards so that we can charge $2,500 for a studio apartment and get all those, hot young tech sector people who just love it when everything shuts down at 11? And,
aren't there people crapping on the streets in San Francisco?
Did you know that the state cuisine here is, do you know the state cuisine in New Hampshire is cider donuts?
It's hard to argue against that. They are very good.
I fucking love it. Listen, memes, I'm gonna drag these last two in here, but
it's nice chatting with you, man.
You got any final thoughts?
Dude. It's the big thing is I think we just got to keep trekking forward, and I think we tend to go where we're looking, and it's very easy to get distracted. I have ooh shiny syndrome, like a lot of people. But I'm just trying to track forward and just hoping for the best, man. Have a good night, you fellas.
You too, homie. Good talking to you. Yeah, my goal, my like longish term goal, because I've given up on most of my dreams at this point. I just want to get it to a point where I can actually take Quinn and raise her in the formative teen years, perhaps somewhere interesting, and that's not Manchester. Because I don't want her showing up with fucking neck tattoos and some boyfriend who like convinced her to put a fucking diamond stud in the bone of her cheek or some stupid shit. Because that's fucking everywhere here. So, I will save my daughter, even if it means burning this fucking town to the ground. Let's see what I got Amari and Ben. What's happening, homies?
Nick, I'm fucking mad at you, and let me tell you why.
Hey.
You took
Hold on,
advantage
Ben.
of me by selling me a book that's not going to be out for another 6 days. I feel that you took advantage of me, that you took money directly out of my wallet.
It's called a pre-order.
Look, if I was a woman, I would... Ooh, actually, let me take that back. That's a little too spicy.
I was
Well,
also gonna
you
say if
can
you,
be.
I was gonna say if you were a woman and you were dealing with me, then you should be used to shit being premature, pal.
No, I was drunk. I was taken advantage of. That's what.
Well,
Didn't we all order his
no,
book drunk?
you should have known how. You should have known what you were getting into when you ordered the book.
Should
Exactly.
have known. I couldn't have
Wha-
known any better. I was inebriated.
Why were you, well, like, you know, let me ask you this. Why were you wearing that sexy bank balance of yours, huh? If you weren't just asking for it. Hmm?
Look, all I'm saying is that if I didn't have cash on hand, this could not have happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait, no, see.
Yeah, and
I
I would have not gotten the used copy of Nick's book if my mom didn't buy it for me for Christmas.
Your mom bought it for you for
Yeah.
Christmas, read a little bit, said, no, this is trash, put it up on eBay. And
No,
then
no,
you...
my mom didn't read it.
Yeah,
Let's be
I hope
honest, Nick,
not.
my mom doesn't like you at all.
That's fine, neither
No.
do I.
I've been working on this book in public, and people ask, "Oh, what are you reading?" And I just show them the cover, and I don't tell them fuck all about it because they will probably get pissed off.
Exactly. I needed it to be misleading. Otherwise, like, Barnes & Noble wouldn't carry it, which they will
I
be.
called my local Barnes & Noble.
I
asked them, are you going to get it in? And they said, no, it's too small of a publisher. We're not even going to bring it in. You can order
By
it.
the way, we need liquor stores in fucking Barnes & Noble. Come on, Nick.
But-
Lobby.
Nick,
Alright.
Nick. Also, by the way, I read your book, and I'm gonna be putting out a response video to your book.
Okay.
Oh, this is peak 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nick,
Have
that's
at it.
all.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. air
Dude,
my
I'm
grievances.
about
Have
to do
nice
a
day.
fucking Where's Waldo speed run. Do you think I'm that fucked up that I'm not going to do a response to the book?
He just dropped out, or somebody moved him.
Oh no! Well,
anyways,
everybody was talking
no,
over him because. All right, I will mute you guys if I can at least get this out. He wanted to come in and just shame me for taking advantage of him in that way, and
Sir,
you know,
yes, sir.
it's gonna be like one of those. It's gonna be kind of like The Watchmen when he has like a beautiful baby girl one day, and she's gonna fall in love with a blue guy. It's just, you know, that's how the whole taking advantage thing works, you know. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that's power right there. I like it.
I was trying to read the chat while you were spouting a bunch of bullshit.
I think Jables is speaking more than me. Just in my. But anyways, no, yeah, yeah. I don't think anybody's gonna like this book who doesn't know you.
Yeah, probably not. I don't even like the book, and I don't even like myself either, so it's fine. But y'all should still buy it, though.
If anything, it's given me a lot of self-confidence in my book.
Yeah, see, look, it's terribly written. It's awful. It's all.
No,
it's just
I didn't mean that.
no.
I mean, like,
It's
my
just-
stuff that I'm writing is, like, descending into a diatribe. And
Oh, that
you
happens.
just, like, cut out, like, the first half of what I'm writing and just have diatribe.
Yeah.
And I like that.
That's what they wanted. I tried writing other things, too, and they told me that's what they wanted.
Oh, also, Nick, I said I was gonna create a response video. I never said it was gonna be positive or negative. So
I'm not worried. There's no such thing as bad press when you are effectively anonymous and irrelevant in the world. See?
Exactly.
Exactly.
you.
See?
I appreciate
No, this is me. I'm like, I know what my plans are, and I know how they work. All right? I'm all good with this, fellas.
There are very big people that follow me on Twitter, okay? So I am going to promote this thing like nobody would understand. Do you understand that you're going to be thrown under the ground?
It's, oh man, it's almost, if only I'd experienced that once before, I'd be prepared for the sensation of it when it happens. Oh, wait.
He says, dripping with sarcasm.
Fuck, I wonder what that's
sarcasm.
like. Yeah, hashtag fuck 2017. It never ends for me.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Listen, I mean, I wrote the book and I put, that's one of the weird things. The jokes aside, though, I will say actually one of the weirder things about publishing a book, and it's a bit like putting a video out in the world, but a little different because it's a far more permanent, meaningful record. Like it's you having actually like people can sit down and watch a video somebody makes on YouTube. And you can, if it's stupid or it doesn't make sense or like, whatever it might be, whatever the criticism might be, you could, it's just a fucking YouTube video. But a book is something you have to sit down and put conscious effort into. Like you have to put genuine thought and effort into it. And then when you do that and you put it out in the world and you realize, wow, like I think I'm full of shit most of the time myself. I can't wait to see what the response will be. It's a strange sensation. I will be honest.
Well, your book especially, like, actually I had to put a little thought into it, and a lot of the disagreements that I have with you is a lot of the disagreements I've had with you on this channel.
Yeah, well, it's just
like
that's what we do.
We've already sorted it out. I'm just making a video for shits and gigs.
This sounds fair.
Like anybody could watch these. Anybody could watch the live streams when I've been on, and they could find my disagreements with Nick.
Hang on, this guy,
shit,
man, is saying
in the London Library. This guy, man.
I know. I just saw this. I'm gonna need some verification of that one. Just this guy, man. If my book is actually in the London Library, which my guess could be somebody like from England ordered the book, paid out the nose for the shipping. Because apparently that was a lot. Got it, and they were like, "I am fucking so disgusted. I'm gonna infect the public with this thing now." Possible, very possible.
Pixar didn't happen.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a hot threesome when you're on vacation. You can tell everyone about it all you like, but unless you can prove it, no one's gonna believe you.
I call bullshit that they have a copy of everything ever published.
Yeah, I need to get it in the Library of Congress. That's my real goal.
Well, yeah, they do. I call bullshit on that because there was the burning of Alexandria.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get my book into the Library of Alexandria. So if anybody's got any time travel magic you're not sharing with me yet, come on. I mean, like, book sales. People respect books a lot more if they've been around for a long time.
A couple dozen Greeks should be warm by.
Exactly. Listen, I happen to know that this is made from probably recycled Bibles. I'm hoping, and it burns like no one's business. In fact, I kind of hope
Bibles are free. There's one in every hotel room.
I hope my book becomes the Nikes of the literary world. What was it? Was it last year? 2019 Nikes of the literary world. People buy them with their own money and then film them burning them. And then that sets off a protest movement where it's like, oh, man, fuck that guy. I got to buy his book so I can burn it on the internet. Like, I'm fine with that. As long as you buy it, that's all good. Just don't burn the copy that's apparently in the London Library. I don't know why it's there.
Well, you have enough pepper in your cap, sir.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm just gonna randomly blame like Randomer Cam or Robin Geffing. Like but it turns out Randomer Cam bought the book, read halfway through. He's like, wait a second, we've already discussed all of this. I don't need to read this. I'm gonna give it to the library.
Like he learned a Dewey Decimal System just so he could like fake a label and put it in there.
Yeah, it's not even really like the library doesn't even know it's there. Just sort of. I should do that. I should take some of these authors' copies and just go around and like sneak them into places like the library. They're like, can I check this book out? And they scan it. Like, no, why not? This isn't ours. I don't know why it's here. I'll just be like waiting in the corner of like the library and like, ha ha! There is a demand.
No. You need to take it to a library. Be like, can I check this book in?
Yeah,
that seems better.
Yeah, just go down there with a stack, and I'll be like, hi, I need to return these books. Like, we don't carry that book. No. I mean, you do. I took these out last week. All 9 of them. I wanted to make sure
Well,
that
you
they
carry
all.
it now.
He liked it
it's
that
like,
much.
Here. And the thing is too is like turns out like even though I think I'm clever, like he'll just be like fine, put it behind like one of the librarians gonna look like what was that? Oh, another local author. Oh, yeah. You almost feel bad for them, don't you?
Gross.
It's like, well, they should have just learned to code. They're basically like coal miners these days. Nobody fucking reads. That's why the library is just full of homeless people. Yeah, that's my message to aspiring novelists out there. Learn to code. No one reads anymore. Just give it up. The only thing they read is Twitter and Instagram captions.
Wait, hold on. Time out. I read.
I read too.
Hey, like I said, that's my show, as it turns out, is a reflection of literacy rates in America.
What, 18 people watching? That's all who can read.
Yep. Grand total of 32 people watching right now.
Hold on. If if you like everybody that's involved in chats, they can obviously read.
I'm not. Yeah, in this sense, let's talk 21st century literacy though, because it doesn't mean whether you can or cannot read. It means whether you do or you don't. Now, I'm going to say that the 13 plus the 34 people watching right now, they are the smart ones who still like to read books and shit, and not all of them just so that they can look down on people who don't. I mean, if that's what you're reading for, anything to get it going, that's fine. But they say that if you can reach just one person with your message, then your message was a waste of time because it's only one person. Pretty sure that's how that phrase goes, right?
Nick, like I read your book so that I could talk shit to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I read it because I wanted.
It's like
I've spoken to you. You had some good advice for me, and so it's like, yeah, fuck it. But my mom is actually an elementary school librarian, and trust me, in the state that is ranking last in the fucking states, yeah, it's essentially daycare on steroids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is just to bring it back. Hang on, to bring it back to the topic of Manchester one last time before we reach the end of the show, and you guys offer your final thoughts. I go to the library routinely, not just to check out books that I don't own because I'm not willing to pay for things, but also because I don't own a printer. So when I print out shit for court, I have to go to the library, which happens to just be a block away from the court. Isn't that convenient? Thing is when I walk in, it is a gorgeous building. It is a really beautiful building. It's got marble floors, columns. It's well built, and it's beautiful, and it's got a lot of fucking books in it. But the thing is you almost never see anybody who's not there for a school project in the book sections. Everybody's sitting in the computer lab / lounge. Now the computer lab is 2 rows of maybe a total of 20 computers that people typically go to check sports scores and MySpace on. Then the rest of the place is populated by homeless people and junkies charging their fucking Boost mobile phones while they pass out at the reading tables so they can get out of either the heat or the snowfalls. That's what the library is in Manchester. And so, yeah, those books, they don't collect dust because not enough people enter that part to shed the skin required to make the dust to cover the books. You see?
Oh, I've seen the same. In Arizona, our biggest and fanciest library, which is actually architecturally designed to capture the light of the solstices, in a very specific way that it lights up, has a rare book room, which has multi-million-dollar items in it, like George Washington handwritten letters, cuneiform tablets, Shakespeare's Second Folio, all kinds of stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Right before I went to that rare book room exhibit, which is a very limited, low-key kind of thing, I went upstairs to go to the bathroom and saw a bunch of naked hobos fucking taking baths in the goddamn sink.
Nice. So at least it's
Yeah.
that's your tax dollars at work there. So anyway, we have reached the 3-hour mark right now. I am going to close this bench down and get ready for Friday, and then also get to bed hopefully because I've got shit to do tomorrow. So let's start out. Ben, what are you leaving the world with? How is your New Year's? What is your hope for 2020? What's it all about?
My New Year's, to answer it in unspecific order, I just watched Adventure Time with my dog.
Nice.
Like, that's it.
It's a good way to start out a year. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Drink some wine, and then I drink a lot of beer.
Yeah, no, that sounds like it's a pretty good way to spend it. So, what do you got? What do you hope for from this totally different, totally new decade, new year, new me, all that kind of shit? What you got? Anything? Or have you given up on change coming as a result of an arbitrary change of calendar?
Yeah, no, it's all calendar for me.
Yeah, because you're a fucking adult.
Yeah, that's right. You know nothing changes.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever get better. I've come to learn this. It's part of what adulthood's about. Well, all right, Jables, your turn to answer the same fucking questions.
Yeah, so be sure on Friday to check out the Lesser Saints of Discord, the pre-show to this show. Soon to be the main show.
Fuck you.
I ain't done yet, Jables. Listen, all because I'm back on YouTube and 9 out of 10 questions is where's Jeff doesn't mean I'm giving up.
The only reason why I make that joke is because you made it first, Nick.
Listen, self-deprecating anticipations of inevitable failure are just my bread and butter, and by that I mean stale bread, and I can't afford butter. So.
Don't worry. Like even if you follow Lesser Saints Discord, we always auto-host this show. So go ahead and follow us there.
You guys should get on Restream too.
I'll talk to Rimshi about that. He's a production guy. I'm just a talent.
I do it now, and I mean honestly, there's a whopping 14 people watching on YouTube right now. It's worth the audience, you know.
Nick, we'll talk off air about this.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. In the year 2020, as I've been shown.
Wait! I have one more thing. Check out Andrew Schultz, a comedian. He's really putting shit out there, especially on his YouTube channel. Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz. I'll have to give it a look myself.
Schulz. Yeah.
Cool. Well, with that, I'm going to leave you all with this. This brought to us by Adult Simp, LeVar Burzum on Twitter. In 2020, keep in mind, Geraldo Rivia and Geraldo Rivera are not, in fact, the same people. And it's time that we understand this once and for all. Happy 2020, everybody. Welcome to the first show of the year. I'll see you again on Friday. I hope all 2.5 of you come and show up. It's going to be a great time. But in all honesty, though, I'd much rather have a small audience that gives a shit than a large audience that shows up because they see other people watching it. Because anybody can be a car wreck. But it takes true grit.
Kind of a reference to his book.
It takes true grit to be a proper derailed train. See you on Friday.